59th annual Orange Blossom Classic features the orange and green of Florida A&M. The Rattlers, a team of tradition, and carving his name in A&M lore is number 26, David Lucas, the premier kick returner in 1AA college football. Electrifying stadium and shocking opponent. Southern University's Jaguars are a big play too, and today number 8 receiver Keith Woods looks to show how much this means to the men of Baton Rouge. Sunshine Network, Florida's best, gladly welcomes you to one of college football's very best each year in Southern Florida. Today, the 59th annual Orange Blossom Classic from Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami. A bright blue sky, a lush green carpet, and two teams who like to get after each other. The Jaguars of Southern University and the Rattlers from Florida A&M. With former Rattler quarterback Al Chester, I'm Paul Kennedy. The sun seems to shine wherever you are, partner. The Rattlers right now at 4-4. The Jaguars at 2-5. For Ken Riley, an opportunity to have a winning season.
That's correct. Coach Riley has got to motivate his players, and hopefully they'll finish up strong this season.
For Gerald Kimball, an opportunity, too, to salvage a season. He beat Ken Riley and Florida A&M a year ago. He's trying to do the same thing here today. Let's talk about players. And when Florida A&M's Tony Ezell is at quarterback, they say that the Rattler program is as elevated. He can really go.
That's right. Tony is going to be hard-pressed today to play well. He's been in for 2 weeks, and if he plays well, the Rattlers have a good chance of winning.
Defensively, if Sean Brantley, number 96, plays well, they are awfully good on that side of the football.
No doubt about it. Sean Brantley anchors the defensive line, and he has 11.5 sacks. His leadership, and we should come out victorious.
There's a two-platoon system at quarterback for Southern University. Today, getting the nod, number 11, Nate Harrison.
Nate Harrison is a talented football player who also does the punting for him. He's got his hands full. His offense hasn't scored but 13 TDs all season.
The leading tackler defensively for the Jaguars is a Florida native, number 90, Robert Harris. He's from Riviera Beach.
Robert is very excited about being here today. Being a senior, getting an opportunity to play in front of a home crowd. He's really excited. We're expecting big things from him today.
We're happy and excited to be here, too. Glad you're with us. It's the 59th annual Orange Blossom Classic, and our kickoff between the Jaguars and the Rattlers is coming right up.
484-6872 or go by Ticketmaster. The Alamo Heritage Bowl, be there.
This is the 59th annual Orange Blossom Classic, the oldest continuing classic in college football, having been played uninterrupted since its beginning in Jacksonville in 1933. The game moved to Miami in 1947. Usually having been played in the Orange Bowl, but moved this season here to Joe Robbie Stadium and making his first appearance in this stadium, and backed by a nice contingent from Baton Rouge. There is Southern University alumnus now coaching at his alma mater in his third season, Gerald Kimball. He spent 20 years in the high school ranks in Shreveport, Louisiana, returning to Baton Rouge. At the center of the field, the meeting between our two captains. You see the referee talking to Nate Harrison there. Florida A&M has won the toss, and as they swing them around, you will see that Ken Riley's men will receive the football. What a great collegiate career as a 4-year starting quarterback at Florida A&M, and then 15 seasons in the National Football League for the Cincinnati Bengals, an All-Pro and a class gentleman, too. We had an opportunity to visit with him last night. And he really thinks that once again, A&M can have a winning season. You will see that Southern has lost 5 straight, quote-unquote, classic games played in a neutral setting. And here in the Orange Blossom Classic against Florida A&M, they are winless in 2 goes. Florida A&M, however, has won 6 in a row in Miami. And you see that through the years, 36, 20, and 2. A beautiful green carpet here today. Isn't this nice? You couldn't ask for any better weather than although for Miami here, Al, it's going to be a little chilly, and there is a wind gusting upwards of 15 miles per hour. It comes out of the south to our right, out of that end zone, and may affect play this afternoon. A&M again, we will tell you, at 4-4 and representing the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. A year ago, they finished strong, won 6 of their final 7 games in Ken Riley Fields with a win here today and traveling to Grambling, Louisiana next week to face legendary coach Eddie Robinson and the Boone-Cookman matchup to conclude the season in Texas ahead. A win today is most critical. He can win a post-winning campaign. And as you see David Lucas come onto the field, he has already returned 3 separate kickoffs for scores. He got one a week ago against Morgan State when he sailed 93 yards. Kicking off is Ronnie Reese for Southern University, a conventional style kicker. And he sends it right toward the dangerous Mr. Lucas. And from the 3-yard line, he's quickly across the 20, gets the seam 25, and the 30-yard line and just out of bounds. And a late flag flies. David Lucas averages better than 30 yards a return. That one good for 25, and we will sort out what the flag was for. And it's a clip against the Rattlers. Paul Hawley, our referee today on this crew that is exclusive from the MEAC.
Pippin, offense, first.
So the ball will be spotted back at the 15, 16-yard line. And here comes Tony Ezell, all-time leading pass hurler in the history of FAMU football. And this season, the number's somewhat limited, Al, because he has missed the last 2 games due to a badly injured right shoulder. Pat Reddick, Chuck Duffy, as you see there in the backfield. We'll set the receiver corps in a minute, as it is Duffy, the junior from Mulberry, who moves out over the left side. And he picks up 3 yards on the play. The linebacker, Cornell Hatcher, made the first tackle today. There's big Wally Williams, 290 pounds. The ankle front. For second, Robert Harris returns to Sunshine State. And as Al told you, awfully proud to be here with the Jaguars. The linebacking core, the secondary, in just a second from the 19-yard line. Play action, nice fake. Ezell fooled everybody. He has the man open to the 35 and up to the 40-yard line. On the far side of the field with the first down. Making the grab, the tight end, Gregory Wynn. A pickup of 19 yards. Jerry Wilson, the free safety, knocked him out of bounds. There is Roger Green, the junior from Gonzales, Louisiana. He plays on the weak side. Matthew Dorsett, along with Vincent DeRoyne, Wilson, and Morgan in the secondary. First down of the afternoon, just underway. And operating from his 40-yard line, Ezell hands inside. And hanging away, this is Chuck Duffy. Duffy up to the 43-yard line. And the defensive end, the sophomore Charles Johnson, makes the stop.
The Rattlers are handing the ball off here to Chuck Duffy. It's an inside trap, and the Rattlers are starting off conservative. Got a lot of good movement on the offensive line. Just giving us a second and 5 or 6 yards.
Timothy Daniel to the top of the picture. To the bottom side is Terry Minkin, the leading receiver. Play action from Ezell. Look at Minkin. To the backfield. Throwing underneath. This is Duffy to a big gator. Across midfield. Inside the 40. He's still on his feet. 31-yard line.
It's a beautifully executed play. Tony Ezell, play action pass. Hit his back to the backfield. And picking up big yardage.
That's a 35-yard gain. And Sean Morgan, the free safety, had to haul him down.
It's a better look. Good play action pass by Tony Ezell. Pass out to Duffy, who's an excellent receiver. Here's he's trying to make a little jump step, and he slips on the turf, but he comes up with a big play.
And Duffy, the workhorse here early, isn't he? The 5th leading scorer in college football, Chuck Duffy. 12 touchdowns in the game. The all-purpose man, leading rusher, 3rd leading receiver, hit first by the linebacker Roger Green and polished off by the Floridian Robert Harris.
Here's a better look at it. Straight dive play. Duffy, who has replaced Amir Rasul, doing a great job for the Rattlers this season.
This drive began at the 16-yard line. It has gathered momentum, and now on 2nd down and 4. Duffy off the left side for the counter. Good hit at the line of scrimmage.
Paul Lorello's making good movement on that offensive line of scrimmage, and that play kind of reminded me of the Redskins counter trey, counter gap play.
Linebacker Cornell Hatcher, the junior, is the guy that stuck him at the line of scrimmage.
Ezekiel with the guard and the tackle pulling, and Chuck Duffy behind the big lineman.
Pick up on one, so a possession snap here. The first time that the Rattlers on this opening march have faced third down. They do so at the 21st, needing to penetrate the southern 20. Out of the I formation. Play it to Duffy. Here comes the heat. Zell flips underneath, and he has the tight end Wynn on the screen. And Wynn will earn the first down. The second time in the opening march that Wynn has caught the football. The senior with his 9th grab of the season there. He missed last week's ball game. He had his wisdom teeth extracted. It was awfully wise of Zell to throw to him in this situation because he earned the first.
Again, the Rattlers offensive very conservative. Play action passes, taking what the defense gives them, and executing very well.
A gain of 7. And hasn't Zell shown absolutely no sign of being rusty after missing the last 2 ball games. First down, here comes Duffy. He'll turn the corner at the 10, lower the head to the 5-yard line. Still another first down for the Rattlers. A true freshman, the free safety Jerry Wilson, came running up to make the tackle. The way he cracked with Wilson, Duffy may need another one.
Duffy is a fine competitor. Here, this supposed to go inside. He read it, bounced outside, and picked up a big gain. One little slip there. Duffy may have gone in the end zone on that play.
A gain of 7 yards. First and goal at the 4. Here comes the 9th play. Opening drive, Duffy. Riddick, the fullback, in front of him. Play action, rolling, flipping, throwing into the quarterback Zell. That's Jonathan Jones rather than Riddick, the 5th-year senior fullback. He was open, and Zell, for the first time today, misfires through it into the...
Here's another look here. Tony Square can actually, he's rolling to the weak side. He's got to get that ball in that shoulder square before he can throw that ball. He wanted to probably hit him early because he was wide open.
It hit 3 successive passes, 19, 26 yards, and a 7-yard gain before coming up empty there. Wynn caught 2 ups in motion. Down the line option, and Zell kept the football, and that was a mistake. The inside handoff to Jones may have scored. Instead, Kelvin Coney, a senior from Natchez, Louisiana, and the second leading tackler, number 92, leveled Zell.
All right, Paul, I think what you had on this play wasn't a true triple option. It was just a dive back to the end. Got penetration, and Tony couldn't do nothing with the ball. People play on it.
258 pounds of it. That is a tackle that Zell will remember a while. Look how big he is. It's 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. If the Rattlers stall out, they throw, and they will not get in. Caught at the 1-yard line, and driven back is Duffy. And Southern, after allowing Florida A&M to drive up to the field, has come up strong. And on 3 shots into the 5, the Jaguar defense has held shackless on the stop.
What you have here is the receivers are clearing the area out, and Tony tried to hit the big tight end. He caught the ball. I'm sorry, hit Chuck Duffy, but was unable to score. Southern made a great defensive play.
Tim Cameron is 3 or 4 in the field goal department, as you will be right on at 40-yarders. But the angle is fierce. To his right, out of the fight, Zell. David Prosser will snap it. They get the spot. Doesn't look pretty, but it's through the upright. Scored a 20-yard shot. Our first 3 points for the afternoon are on the board. It's Florida A&M by a field goal in Miami.
And service are famous, and the lowest price is guaranteed.
For the 8th straight time this year, Southern University has allowed opponents to score first a 20-yard field goal following a 12-play, 81-yard effort that consumed 5.5 minutes off the clock. Tim Cameron with the chip shot, although it was a tough angle, puts you up by a field goal. There is Baron Jackson, the junior, who will be doing the kickoff return duty. Cornell Johnson is banged up. He normally is back there for Gerald Kim. Here's over in. It's a short kick and taken by an up man at the 20, 25, 30, and out to the 30-yard line. Number 30 and Danny Donaldson, the freshman from Baton Rouge. Nate Harrison, also from Blues, the senior. You see the numbers on him. Turnovers have plagued Nate and his team. Thus the 9 interceptions. Ironic here that on the day of the Georgia-Florida game, Lindsey Scott, one of the great names from that rivalry, is playing for University. There's the big center, James Kelly, 270 pounds of him. First snap of the afternoon. Kelly over the football. Harrison and a single setback. Pointer on the wing far side. Flat over the middle, and the pass is caught. The tackle made by Ken Riley. As the first pass this afternoon sails into the arms of Brian Thomas, the senior from New Orleans. It's a gain of 17 and a first down. Sean Brantley anchors the three-man defensive line. Cedric Jones, the leading tackler in the MEAC, with 110 stops. And in the second quarters, our freshman, the free safety, William Carroll, is a junior. Townsend off the right side. Alden Foster. And Foster starts right, back to the left. First down, number 2. And Ken Riley, the second, the coach's son, a freshman from Tallahassee, hopped on his back. It's a pickup of 17. 2 big gainers. The first 2 snaps, that surprised you, Al?
Not really. Sutherland has always played well. They played as well last year out in Baton Rouge. They're throwing the ball well. There's Ken Riley Jr., who is in his first starting. He's got to come up and make some big plays. They've got a good back in that big 237-pound Foster.
With Foster set behind Harris. Trailing by a field goal. Back over the middle. Fires on the money and has it complete again.
I'll tell you, Nate Harris is throwing that football. He looks good. All he's doing is taking advantage of the defense, throwing the slant, and hopefully to get our cornerbacks up and make them big men today.
That's Corbin Jones, the receiver. The receiving end of a 16-yard grab, a 17-yard toss, and a 16-yard pass. And here comes the 4th play of the afternoon, and everyone has been big gainers. First and 10 at the 21 on a drive which began back at the 29-yard line. Is Alden Foster. 240 pounds to him, and lowers the head.
Well, I tell you, I like the Jaguars' offensive attack. They got 4 receivers, big backs, who remind me of football. There's another look at it. It's just a straight handoff to the big guy. And it's almost like he can just fall in any hole he wants to. I mean, he's a big boy. He can take anybody down.
Dexter Nottage, number 72. No small puppy himself, the 245 from Hollywood. The right tackle stopped it. It is 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line. This has the Jaguar offense moving. They scored, but points in quarters all year. Fires over the head of Brian Thomas, the intended receiver, the senior from New Orleans, number 82.
Paul, what it looks like to me is that the Southern Jaguars want to take advantage of our defensive backs who play in man-to-man coverage. Young cornerbacks, although we have William Carroll and Craig. What we got to try to do is make our young players develop and play a good football game today.
So the situation here, 3rd and long. Gunning. Interrupted. Off of Joe Taylor. And the pass intended for Thomas McLemore. It's 4th down. Field goal time. Southern University will remind you scored only 1 touchdown. The opening quarter here. They get close, and this happens to them. That was really an interception.
Again, it was a basic slant route that was a little behind the receiver, hit out the cornerback, right in his hands, and he wasn't able to come up with the interception.
Out of the hole, the Thatcher Kelly. Harrison, quarterback, you're right. Pretty accurate from this distance. 26 yards to make that 36 yards. 3 of 4 from this range. Inside 30, it is clocked. Free ball, picked up by a Rattler, and Kenyo Taylor. And Taylor is called down at midfield. Freshman Kenyo Taylor, 22 yards third. Has Florida A&M at midfield. And will return to Miami. A moment on sunshine.
Awesome. CLA and Stanford. Live Saturday night at 6:30 on Sunshine Network.
Joe Robbie Shield framing the 50th, or the 59th Orange Blossom Classic. Another look at the blocked field goal. Nate Harrison, who gets it in there? It could have been Sean Brantley, number 96. Nonetheless, Kenyo Taylor picked it up, the freshman cornerback, also on that special teams unit, and rambled back to midfield with an early lead of 3. Total from midfield. With time to throw, he's launching it deep. He has to save it ball at the 19-yard line. Jerry Wilson, himself freshman, steps in front of the receiver, and Timothy Daniel at the 20-yard line. It comes up with this, his first interception of the 1991 season. Freshmen are playing well early.
All right, Paul, I think what we have is Coach Riley want to take advantage of a mistake early, try to throw the ball deep. Tony didn't do a good job that safety man off, and I don't think anybody said he looks a little gimpy with that shoulder. He didn't look that strong on that pass.
That's his turnover today. Wilson has made 30 stops. Season now has his first INT. Quarterback draw. Quick feet. Good balance. And cut to a first down for Nate Harrison, the 209-pound senior. With the black gloves on, number 41 back. Yeah, give me 5, says Jerry Wilson, talking to his team. Number 31, Vincent Garon.
I'll tell you what, Paul, this quarterback, Harrison, is a fine athlete. He's a punter, the kicker, and he can run the football. He's a big kid who can get it done.
Triple threat, the old 1930s, James and Dave. Unbeat over the middle. Great grab if he held on to the football. Is it a catch for Brian Thomas, the senior? Oh, he is fleet-footed. Harrison took a shot, but look at the catch by Thomas.
That's a superb athletic.
It's a gain on the play of 12 yards. 23 yards and 2 snaps for Southern University. Their opening possession, they flew right down the field on Florida A&M, only to fizzle out and have a field goal attempt. Harrison backpedaling, and the ball is tapped at the line of scrimmage. It's now, I believe, James McDuffie, number 93, who got his right belt here. It was.
Big man with a big play. Again, what's happening here, the Jaguars are spreading our defense out by having 3 receivers at a split end and forcing our guys to play man-to-man coverage out there. And fortunately, McDuffie got a handful.
Marshall Green, a sophomore wide receiver, checked in for Southern. And a receiver trip set out here as well is Vernon Jones, number 80, along with Bernard Robinson, number 6. Harrison pulls it down and fires underneath, going to the far boundary in the direction of Thomas. That had a lot of heat on it. Thomas looked confused. He didn't know if it was for him or the fullback in the flat and Foster.
Well, again, I tell you, Paul, that this quarterback Harrison is really showing me a lot of guts. He can throw the football. I believe this team hadn't scored 2 touchdowns all season.
Only 6 on the ground and 7 through the air. They face 3rd and 10 here from their own 40-yard line, trailing 3-0 through the first quarter. The flanker screen over the middle, and it is dropped off the hands of Cornell Johnson. The 3rd leading receiver with 16 grabs coming into this game. He's over 5'9", but he's quite a football player. Here he does something very rare, Allie. Drops the football.
This is a flank of screen and used best against man-to-man.
A punt situation now. Kendall Mabry, who leads the Southwestern Athletic Conference. 39 yards per kick. Kicking to Tyrone Davis. 20-yard line. He lets it bound, and now will pick it up at the 12. Turn back up the boundary. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The point from which Florida A&M will go to work when we return to work at Joe Robbie Stadium right after this.
Because tire prices will never be low.
Zell and the Florida A&M Rattlers go to work. First hit at the 20-yard line, and he is right now through the air 4 out of 6. Misfires but twice, has Zell. And here, Chuck Duffy. He was so hard between the tackles, not across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The 5'10" junior from Mulberry. They call him an all-purpose man. And
First ball here we have Paul, and good movement on the line of scrimmage. And Duff is a tough runner anyway. He's electrifying. He reminds me so much of Rasul from last year. And he's from Big Gainer.
Jerry Wilson, the free safety, made the stop. It's a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. I'll give it to him again. He's in the back. 2. Fine defensive play. Made by number 25, Sean. Sophomore safety. Who's really been a whirlwind for that man in John Kimball. For Walker, who's his 11th tackle for a loss this season, and he comes from the secondary. Bring it.
That's a great play. Great defensive play. Oh, look here. See Duffy, strong safety coming up making the play.
3rd down and off the fake. Gazelle comes underneath, and it's batted down. Incomplete. Jimmy Connors. No, not the tennis player. The linebacker. There he is. The sophomore from Greenwood, Mississippi. Knocks the ball down and sent it for the tight end, Jeff Wynn.
Or you can see here, Tony's releasing the pass here to the tight end. They've had success the first series with this pass play, and the linebackers have themselves almost came up with a big interception.
First punt today to be attempted by Craig Hall. He's had a on the right side, and he's kicking again to Jackson, who averages about 8 yards a return. Fair catch called for him. He's the 41-yard line. And the man making the grab, Vernon Jones, hands the possession. First and 10 from its 41. Down by a field goal. We asked Gerald earlier today of playing in the Classic and of coming to Miami. His school has not won in this game or in the city of Miami, and made an interesting comment about that. We'll get to it in a moment. Nate Harris, 41, single back set, steps away from pressure and throws deep down the near sideline out of bounds. Intended for Brian Thompson. Well, here's what Coach Gerald Kimball had to say.
Well, as far as the Classic goes, we look at planning Classics. It aids in our recruiting because usually a lot of the local guys will get a chance to see what kind of program we have. Sometimes a lot of the guys would choose to further in our institution. So we look forward to it. We played a number of Classics, and hey, this is probably one of the bigger that we'll do. And we look forward to coming to South Florida with young people from out that is doing well for us. Hopefully it aids in our recruiting, and we'll get some student athletes along with some students to attend our university.
On 2nd down, improvising. Harrison all the way back near his 25-yard, and now guns upfield, incomplete. The pass off the fingertips to the boundary of Lindsey, the running back, who is out in the pattern. So agile is Nate Harrison, able to elude pressure. He's put about it out.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, the Rattler pressure from the defensive line has been tremendous all day. But this kid is a fine athlete, and before the day is over, we're going to see a big play from him.
That'll give defensive backs like Ken Riley said, get a flag on the play. First down. Holding is the call against Florida A&M, and that is the 2nd time they've been penalized today. They were hit with a clipping ball on the opening kickoff. That's the first down, a lucky break for Southern University. Trailing still 3-0, 3.5 minutes. 3:39 to be exact, to go in quarter number. Here is Harrison under center. Man in motion to the far side. Harrison hands it inside to Billy Stems, the junior tailback. And Sean Brantley, the right tackle for Florida A&M. The defensive captain makes the stop.
Sean Brantley has anchored the defense all year. Senior, you're doing a fine job for us. Here's just a straight handoff to back from Southern, who bulls his way for 4 or 5 yards. His feet never stop moving, and that's what you teach good running backs.
Lindsey Scott, wing. Cornell Johnson to the left to the far side. Tails Bernard Robinson to the middle. The tight end, and Keith Tillage is to the 29-yard line. Eddie, the strong safety, cutting down. It's a big gainer and another down.
Southern Jaguars have a good game plan for the Rattlers. Now they're back in the pro-style offense. And what you have is Harris, a little fake inside, a little pop pass to the tight end who's wide open. All he does is just take a couple steps and go right upfield right at the half, and he's wide open. Big play, big gainer for the Southern Jaguars.
16 yards on the play. That's the 7th first of the first quarter. Southern again scored in the opening stanza in 8 games this year. On the swing. Inside the 20. Down to the 19-yard line is Tony Jackson, the junior from Washington, D.C. William Carroll came up from the secondary to make the stop. It was another first down.
Sweep to the left, pitch from the quarterback, and here the kid is trying to break. He gets outside. I don't know. We may have this time, Paul.
A gain of 11 in the football at the 18 now. Going in. Carroll Football Club reached this position on the football field. And field goal attempt blocked. The other way. Jackson to the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. Running hard at 215 pounds. And Brantley, along with Maurice Scott, the nose tackle, number 90. Double teaming.
What the Jaguars are doing now is just making the Rattlers run the common run. You can see the Rattlers lead with 5 games to 19. In the last meeting last year, the Southern Jaguars were victorious, 48-30 victory.
It was the only loss final 7 games last year for Florida A&M, as Ken Riley and Fowler had called their first timeout. It comes with 1:45 remaining in the first. We have applause in the action. We'll remind you, fittingly here at Joe Robbie Stadium, that the Monday Night Magazine this Monday. Big Tony Page. You see Tony Jackson down there. Tony Page is about the same size. Runs this way. We talked to Ken Riley yesterday, too, and he spoke of the importance of bringing his team down here to South Florida.
This is a big game for us. We play here every year in the Orange Blossom Classic. This is one of the areas in the last 5 years since I've been back at Florida University that we've been trying to improve as far as recruiting. I think we've done a good job recruited and played people from the Miami area, and we hope that we can continue to do so.
Look down from above at JRS, and you will have an opportunity to look upon the Southern University marching band, as well as the marching 100 from Florida A&M. At halftime, we had a battle of bands earlier today. 10 separate high schools from the Miami area entertained. It's almost better than the football game. That was a lot of fun. Second down and needing 5. Harrison from the far hash. Again going to the air. Off his back foot. Bring it up. He has a down. A touchdown to Keith Woods. The junior player is leading the. And for the first time this season, Southern University leads the quarter. They put a stud on the board in the opening stanza.
That was a very well executed play by Nathaniel Harris. He stood in there because he took a lick. The wide receiver ran a little quick post, and he's wide open. Excellent execution. Great job by the quarterback.
A third scoring. Now Harrison through the TD pass looks to add the PAT, which he does with 40 to go in quarter number 1. The Giants, the underdogs in this game, lead 7-5.
Call again the Rattlers young cornerbacks, and we've got a quickly here. Taylor and Ken Roberts on the corners. The quick slant, you can see the quarterback lay that ball on the post, and very well received there by the wide receiver. Excellent execution, excellent play. Good call.
Yeah, they mixed the running game and the pass very well. And by doing so, getting guys like Billy Sims and Tony carry the ball, then that sets up the play action and freezes Ken Riley's young secondary. They hit the tackle with McLemore, and now Woods the 5 yard. And it's a 7-4 game advantage for Southern University. You made a comment to me earlier that things happen. Classic, and when these two teams get together.
No doubt about it. When we played back in the late 70s, we challenged us, and every team that plays the Rattlers get up to play for it. You can't assume that the team is going to lay down.
comes the great pickoff returner, David Lucas. Look at his feet. Ahead of the 31-yard line. He has a world of confidence. Does senior. He's only 5'7". 5'6" of that is partial. Brings it back 26 yards.
David Lucas may be one of the players in the MEAC. He's definitely one of the fastest players on Florida A&M football team. But fourth speed. He's trying to be elusive and come up with the big plays. Fine athlete.
7 plays. 6 yards. 219. Woods from Harris. And for Nate, it's only his 5th touchdown pass that he has thrown this year. Azell goes back to work. And again, the counter to the left side. Hammered after 3. Donald Brewster, a linebacker from Minneapolis, Louisiana.
Paul Wood Southern is playing 8-man front now. They had 5 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Tony should have checked off to a pass. You cannot run the football 8-man front. He's got to start reading the defense.
The way to counter goes to the pattern. Only right now. We got twins to the far side. And breaking in motion to the near side is Mickens.
Fell over the middle, and he's got it caught there.
That's the first down.
Florida A&M.
Great grab by Tim Daniel over the middle. Vincent Durant, quarterback. The first, Jerry Wilson came over to help out.
It's a beautifully executed play. Here you see Tony just dropping back. Watch his eyes. He looks the safety off and leaves that area wide open for Tim Daniels, who makes a superb catch running the crossing route. Tim Daniels is another guy with blazing speed, 4.3 40 speed, a senior.
The good completion today for that man as well. Good, 18 yards. And for the 17 here on the draw. Jonathan, the fullback. You hear the defensive lineman yell, "Oh!" They were screaming it. You could hear it all the way up here.
Just a draw, the big man, and he was able to with the full play. There you go, Tony faking the pass there, dropping it off right there. Back, he runs a slant draw there and comes up with a big play.
And on that note, the first quarter has come to an end. But for the first time this year, Southern University has a touchdown to show. First 15 minutes to work. We'll return with period number 2 after this on our network.
Jonathan Jones.
Southern University carries a 7-3 lead to the second quarter. A 12-yard Nate Harris to keep with touchdown pass. Their point. And Zell under steps up, guns it, and it's complete. Very early, an outstanding grab by Tyrone Davis. Really one of fine deep. He caught a 60-yard touchdown pass last week against Morgan State. That Tyrone Davis nearly came up with the catch.
Yeah, Tony's favorite. I don't know, those balls a little low today, but he almost came up with a big catch.
Davis comes out of the game. And he's replaced by Tim Daniel. As you see the numbers, surprisingly, Jaguars in the first quarter. This is third down. And deep up the seam, it's intercepted again. Matthew Dorsett, the freshman cornerback, turns it back to field. The late flag flies as he's shoved into the bench. Kelly Williams gave him a left hit. A 21-yard return following the second interception suffered by a man that Al Chester, the former Rattler quarterback, says is showing signs of having a sore shoulder.
I believe that shoulder is sore. This ball here kind of floats, and Tony's in the pass. He didn't read the defense well. You know, not playing things and coming good. It's hard to expect to do a crisp. He's been practicing a little bit. He's still showing signs of that shoulder being sore.
James was the receiver in the pattern. It never got there. And that is second turnover for a team that's really been plagued by turnovers. That's the 30th turnover this year.
But it's hard to believe that Southern University has only scored 13 touchdowns all season.
It's our referee, Paul Hawley. That shove on Dorsett. We're seeing Ken exterior change. It all inside. For demonstrative coach.
No doubt. Coach Riley doesn't show interest. Being upset. He seems so cool. I think sometimes
Ian Connors will wrap up.
Take down Keith
Tillage, the tight end, and as Tillage goes down,
the flag.
thrown by the umpire into the offensive. And so the Jaguars out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference will be marched back 10. Here's that late hit again on Dorsett.
holding. Offense. Still first down.
All right, was still in bounds.
Would have headed out of bounds.
Judgment call, and it
Yeah, he
went against Florida A&M.
Gave him a good step as he was going out of bounds. But Paul, you can easily see that the momentum is on Southern's side right now. Good offensive plan, offensive attack, and they're mixing the plays up. They're back in trips now.
Three receivers to the near side right. On first down, where to go now? First and 19, thrown at the spot of the foul flag. Oh, Harrison, what a beautiful that was. And he made up 16 of those yards. As he finds Bernard Robinson, the junior, slanting over the middle. Great speed by Robinson. Good position. Two, and watched the way that Harrison lays it in.
He drops back. He sits in there. Ball right to me. As a quarterback, you're taught to throw on either side. Linebackers, don't throw over him. He threw his ball right between them, and his receiver come up with a big catch.
Officially a gain of 15 that drives it to the Florida A&M 37-yard line. Again, three receivers to the near side right to spread the field against the nickel package. And Florida A&M jumps the snap count. A flag will go down 2 as the quarterback is roughed up. A blitzing Cedric either didn't hear the whistle or decided to ignore it. We have 2 penalties. Now they called they didn't call a personal foul on Jones. They called the offsides first.
The defensive line jumped off the scrimmage here. Watch the line penetrate prior to the ball being snapped.
Then they let the officials did have a free shot at Harrison.
Defense. They should have blown that whistle a little early. Stop the play. There's Harrison hit after the ball.
After the whistle was blown, you see our referee Hawley throw the. I thought he was going to nail. Meeting a yard now following the. Jackson will have the first down as he steps down to the 30-yard line. Jones made the hit, but not before the first down is earned. James McDuffie, the left end, as well.
The Rattlers defense made them earn it. Just that power out right, sweep to the right, and the back has the option of reading the holes, and he will slip and slide until he came up with the first down yardage.
It's the first down. And for a Southern University that has struggled with its ground, in fact, it was held to minus 29 yards rushing. South Carolina as a ball club around. Southern University is doing well. Leading 7-3. Could be that halfback. Lindsey Scott throws deep and it's thrown. He's got a touchdown. All of it is Keith Woods. A 30-yard strike. Touchdown, Southern University.
But Southern did a halfback pass. And they've been setting that play up all day, running the sweep right. The cornerbacks have to come up the board. There's a better shot here. Coming dead at you. Sweep. To the halfback. Cornerback coming up, making the go. And here we got a pitch pass for a touchdown.
Against the young secondary. There's no one within 15 yards of him. Reed Harrison at his second PhD. The spot is perfect, so is the... And this will raise some eyebrows. 16-3. And the midway point of the second quarter is Cunningham, Florida. A 30-yard touchdown strike on the half. Ramsey Scott to Keith Wood.
15-3.
Our scores. As the ball is set to be booted end over end by 3. He hits it squarely. And 13-yard line, we'll call it, right up the middle of the field. Wrapped up, shoved 27-yard line by Donald Broussard. 14. And look how wide open Keith Wood is here when Scott sets the throw.
Well, you got a basic sweep again, and because they've been going sweep right, sweep left, they set this play beautifully executed. The receiver obviously is wide open. Excellent call.
Threw it into the crowd. He did 4 plays, 4 yards following the interception by Matthew Dorsett. The second time that ball has been picked. He is still at the helm, and he's been limited to 7 yards through the air, has Tony. 120 for the Jaguars. And the Jaguars stuff that. No hole on the left side for Pat Reddick, the junior. He was hurt the last 2 weeks along with his L, but he has rushed well in practice. Their second leading gainer, 198 yards coming into this game. Averages close to 5 yards a carry, but boy, the defensive line beat FAMU to the snap of the ball.
The offense is not getting any movement at all. Obviously, Southern has the momentum right now, and the FAMU's got to pick it up.
After no gain on the play is flattened. And Robert Harris, the senior, the tackle, and the ball flutters harmlessly to the ground. He has 6 sacks this year, does Harris, 295 pounds. He nearly had number 7. Nonetheless, he ruined that play. Timothy Daniel is left. Tyrone Davis replaces him.
Well, Tony never gets a real chance to set his feet. Comes from the right side, and there he took a shot on that shoulder, and able to bounce back. Rattlers have got a just on the 42 now, and pick it up.
Situation is 3rd and 10 from the 2-yard line. 2 running backs, 3 receivers. Not for his bell. The blitz is foul. Man coverage. He got it. Open. And he overshot. David Lucas flying up through. Lucas had 3 strides on the corner on the far side of the field, and Azell let him into the bench. 4th down, and Riley's troops will punt.
Oh, David made a good move on the cornerback to get uptown, and Tony was able to hit him. Now, what's going to happen here is Southern is rushing our quarterback. We've got to neutralize that. We've got to throw a short passing one, draws and screens, and we just got to take advantage of what they give us. Roll back at one time. You've got to be patient.
Craig Hall, the punt, lifts it high into the air. Here's Barron from the 30. Up to the 33-yard line, bobbled it just a bit. That's a 42-yard punt and only a 5-yard return. But Southern University has the football. From football to basketball, and if you love pro hoops, try this one on. Barkley and the 76ers come to the parquet court of the Orlando Arena. Our pregame show will come your way Wednesday evening at 7. Our opening at 7:30 throughout much of the state of Florida on Sunshine Network. Leading 14-3. 1st and 10. 33. Harrison. For FAMU. Cedric Jones. The one on Billy Sims after Billy, the 230-pound junior from Newport, rips the middle for 8 yards. Just right off. Jones had to knock him down.
Again, Southern offense is in a trip set formation, hand the ball off to Billy Sims, who makes a 7-8 yard gain. They're really taking advantage of spreading the FAMU defense.
Harrison completed but 50% of his passes entering today's right at the 50%. And again, here's why. The ground game working. Billy Sims, close to the first down, has the first down. Toby Ingram, a sophomore defensive lineman, credited with the foul. But this is an unaccustomed level of success for Southern's ground attack.
Offensive scheme, the offense just have to feel real good today because this is the first game they've had an opportunity to enjoy some success running the football.
Manu carried the rush 5 times for 27 yards. And Harrison goes upstairs and back to the football, diving and holding on. Well, is Brian Thomas. Waited there a moment. I didn't know if it had stuck to him. It's ruled a catch.
A gain of 5.
Well, here's Mr. Thomas, who beautifully executed comeback route. And for all you young fans who are watching, this is the way you get a comeback. You come back for that football, and he does an excellent job. Hits the turf. Good job.
Second catch today. You recall a touchdown strike earlier. Now has this one. Throwing. First all the way down at the 33-yard line for Bernard Robinson. And a battle rotated over in man-to-man coverage to haul him down, but Harrison is getting time, and he's finding receivers. It's the first down for the Jags. 13 first down.
What's happening, Paul, with our defense figured out, there's so much pressure, but therefore it's him plenty of opportunity to see the field. He's watching, and he's able to pick us apart. He's pitching and catching with us.
A 17-yard gain, and Sims fighting for extra yardage. Close to the 30, give him 3. Maurice Scott, the nickel there first, Chicago native. And then Bruce Daniels, the line of Austin, Georgia. You see him in the picture, number 48, in the game along with Seth on the inside. Linebacking blocks made to stop.
Hand off to Sims inside, and the big man is a workhorse. They've got some big guys. Sims is 200. Boss is 237. That's a lot of meat.
Twin receivers to either side as Harrison calls the play at the line. Loses the snap from center, and a Rattler has it. Brantley came to the football. Sean Brantley in a big turnover. Southern University was on the verge of blowing this game wide. And Kelly, the center of the quarterback, got it away.
What looked like happened to me is Harrison was trying to check off, and using the check off, the cadence changed, snap count changes, and there was a mix-up there, and Rattler Sean Brantley was a big play. Maybe enough to take the momentum from Southern and give it to him.
That's the first turnover today committed by Southern. And on first down with 40 to go in the first half, Pat Reddick takes the left side. The Florida A&M through Surrey, a linebacker, hitting on thigh high on the tackle. A gain of but 1 yard. Other stories from the world of college football. Easily over the Gamecocks to South Carolina, Michigan, as well as Northwest as well. 24-0. Pitt goes Maryland, shutting out the Bears. On the run, Bell throws. Interception, no, ruled incomplete. Sean Wallace caught the football. On the strong safety. It's ruled to have trapped it on the ground.
Southern's defense jumped offside.
Has been hit for 4 yards. An I formation. Second down for Zell narrowly. Throwing what would have been his 3rd interception. The offense is asking. It's Japan. The percussion corps of the marching 100 tone it down. You see the center, Wally Williams, saying we can't snap count. Back is right. The tailback Duffy trailing 14-3, 8 minutes to go in the first half, and Duffy frustrated, hitting the backfield and up, came stumbling forward. Sorry, the linebacker came into the backfield, number 49 or 48 rather. You see there, made still another tackle.
Duffy let these guys two-string tackle and come up short in 4.
And Duffy is number 36, held to 36 yards rushing in 9 tries. They need quick snap. Bell was flat by out 45. It's not been pretty at times. This will be our penalty of the first goal. Paul Holly, the referee. Procedure, the call against Florida A&M.
Well, Paul, here's where the leadership kick in. Now, Tony has to hold and settle everybody down. Get the momentum back. Let's execute. Time to kick in their leadership.
Instead of 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2, you have 3rd and 7. The pulling guard, Timothy Green. Difficult to miss. Timmy is 300 of him.
Yeah, he
from Bainbridge, Georgia.
He's definitely not missing any meals.
That offensive line, the only Floridian is the center, Wally Williams. Everyone else. From Michigan to Georgia and Green, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the guard Skillen. The first sack back to the 25-yard line. Cornell Hatcher, number 97. Along Robert Harris, 90. Teamed on it. Watch this.
It's Tony dropping back. Southern line is getting penetration, getting our guys to the ball, to the point of attack, and consequently, we've got to neutralize this pass rush. We need to cut short routes, and screens, and mix it up.
The loss on the play is it's 4th down. We'll call it 17 yards to go. On the punt from his 15. Right up the chute, a very off the side of his foot. But it will take a Rattler roll across midfield and will do that at the Southern 45 line. The punt with the bounce was a butt down yard. Florida A&M down in the first half.
After the Pac-10 drive.
A 12-yard touchdown strike, Nate Harrison to Brian Thomas. And a 30-yard back option pass, Lindsey Scott to Keith Woods. The 14 points for University. And the men from lead on the scoreboard as Harrison settles through Sunday. You see they have dominated. Holding up football. Have run off 13 first downs and 13. Works his way off the right side. Lindsey Scott. Cedric Jones, the tackler in the MEAC. He had 10 stops a week ago, did Jones. Went over Street. He's the first catch today for Scott. Primarily a receiver, and he kept them. 2nd down. 1.5 yards. Play action. I'm it way too far. He was looking for Cornell Johnson. Little post route at the 25-yard line, but in double coverage, William Carroll, the free safety, was there. Ken Riley was odd too.
All that's what you had there.
Holding will be the call. 3rd penalty. Holding. Do it again. A 10-yard step off. In fact, it'll be longer than that. They threw it from the point of the flag, and they put Carroll Kimball's team all the way back to the 31-yard line. They're saying the hold was 6 yards deep. Brantley being held by Craig Alexander on the left side. Like a 17-yard penalty. Out of the backfield, Sean Putnam. Up to the 30-yard line. Kobe Ingram. Defensive lineman had to come up. The junior lineman from Kissimmee, Florida A&M.
That was a very well executed screen to the foot. With neutral rush. And Southern picked up good yardage. Southern has impressed me with a game plan. There's a headshot of Sean Preston.
He's for the afternoon. For Harris. He needs 15 here. On 3rd down. He'll be sacked. Oh, away against the pass away. And now a flag intentional grounding. Brantley had Harrison along with Nottage. Somehow Harrison has Vaseline all over him. He managed to squeeze their grasp, unloaded the football, but it'll cost him a down penalty too on grounding.
Daniel Harrison is me here today. He's elusive. He's a fine athlete and a competitor. Doing everything he can to help his ball club win.
Intentional down, grounding. Lost him down. 4th down.
This is 4th and 30. The scrimmage to 21. the Southern 21. They've crossed the Florida A&M 44. The punter is Mabry. Tyrone Davis. Oh, what a Mabry. Davis has to race back, catches with it, and turns and heads the other way. Gets over. He's at the 40. And hauled down at the 40-yard line by Jerry Wilson. The punt field, 51 yards. A nice return, and we'll return with the 59th annual Orange Blast right after this.
Years of age to enter. Send in your entries to the Subaru SVX giveaway today.
A touchdown in each quarter. Southern leads 2-3. With 4:50 remaining in the first half, trying to put 7 on the board and flip it back to him. This is Chuck Duffy from Tony Izzo, or rather Pat Reddick from it. And Reddick is a midfield strike into Jaguars to the 40-39 line. Matthews at the corner made the stop. First down though.
Here's Tony with LePaxton. Hit the fullback coming out of the backfield. Wide open. Southern has a good job covering out fullback. These are the kind of plays that neutralize that big pass rush.
At the 39-yard line, out of the eye. This time, it is Duffy. And Duffy gains 2. It's been tough going. The ground game to now. Only 1 yards rushing for Florida A&M in the first half.
That's unlike the Florida A&M offense to come up with just 31 yards and a half at this point in the game. Deep handoff to Duffy. He's got a decision to go. The offensive line will come up with the play.
There's knee touch. He had about a yard on the pickup, and he drops this one. He in the flat. Open. Had position. Couple of steps on Sean Morgan, the strong who was assigned to Duffy had running room and just looked away. There is some out of the stadium. You'll see it's a side over there. Perhaps he lost the ball to him, but it smacked him right on his fist.
Tony's clear action pass there to Duffy. The linebackers are not coming out back. We could do this all day.
Out of the eye. Again, play action. Putting up the screen. Here goes Duffy. Duffy is 5, the 30, and down to the 29-yard line. He has enough for the first down. Andrew Field, the defensive lineman, number 60 from Baton Rouge, made the tackle, but not for Duffy. Off the screen, picked up the first. The team of 12.
Beautifully executed. He played pass to Duffy. Tony back and clean. Neutralize the rush, swings, and draws as well as they're doing. Take what the defense gives you. Duffy comes up with a big pass with just a paralyzed from making a touchdown.
There's an injured Jaguar defender on the field. From the tackle. Coming up at halftime, and we're just 3.5 minutes away from that. Herb Reinhardt, the assistant director at Florida A&M, as well as our host today, Dr. Reed, and we will enjoy as you not only the marching 100 of Florida, but the Jaguars too from Louisiana. And we'll have the stats and the highlights, and this has been a first filled with highlights. If you're next to Earl Kimball.
Came in, Paul, with an excellent game plan. And I'll tell you what, if you look at both teams on paper, this should have been a game for the Rattlers, but we got ourselves a fine ball game here.
From field, being assisted off the field, Ken Addison. Added to it. A&M took over 45-yard line. This will be the 5th play approaching for Izell as the first half clock begins to wind down. 2:35 to man in motion and in working the middle is Reddick. I will say this about the Jaguars. They may have won but 2 of 7 games this year, but gold and blue are flying to the ball. And when they get there, they have some impact.
Their defense is tenacious. There's another shot here. Tony the ball off. And he's coming up with a big play.
Donald Broussard, another tackle. He's made a bunch of stats. Timothy Daniels to the left wing right formation, and now the tight end fan aligns. Halfway, James Thurman in motion. The goes to the far side. Again, not a lot there. As Duffy finds out, he looks for the alley. They crease the daylight, and when it's not there, he just squares to the line of scrimmage.
It's to Duffy. Again, the Southern defense is an 8-man front, and when they get to the red zone, when you're in the 25-yard line, inside the 30-yard line, usually that front look. Now's the time to pick that ball up and throw it. You got to throw across true man-to-man.
And that's a big chuck today. A little bit substandard. And on 3rd and 7, 44, the air attack comes into play, and it's intercepted. The 3rd interception today. And Jerry Wilson picks it off the 10-yard line. The 2nd earned by Wilson this afternoon. He is having the first-year player, a true freshman from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Now here's Tony back now. It's obvious passing down his 7, so they drop all the people. Try to run a clear route. A lot of people, a lot of traffic in there. And it's difficult to throw. And again, Tony's going to have to use his eyes to look people off back to him. And we're just not executing real well right now.
Izell picked off 3 times today. The drive pulls out at the 24. They begin at the 11 line. 1st and 10. And 10 on Class. Toby Ingram. Stop. Big Billy Sims.
Southern offense came in today with a good game plan. They came in with they run trips. Here's a play. Here's that interception. Force the ball in. Here's a safety. To him all the way. Watch Tony all the way. So he had a jump on the ball and was able to come over.
Pass for a slamping James Thurman. Slanting off the left. Again, it's Lindsey Moore, the leading rusher this year for Southern University. He averages better than 4 yards a carry. The 2nd leading receiver. Well, we found Gerald Kimball ever nail a quarterback the way he throws the ball. 30-yard touchdown pass.
Again, Lindsey Scott is a fine athlete. He's been their workhorse, the all-purpose back all year. But today he's playing that game.
60 seconds and counting. In fact, less than that. We're near the 50th mark in the first half. It's been dominated by the folks from Louisiana. But still a half a 4 minute. 3rd down and Lindsey Scott backed up, driven back. Solid tackle by Cedric Jones. And Scott came close for first down Mercury. A&M had a timeout to burn. Did not before that play. Now the clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go. And it will be for the Jags did not hurry. Apparently that last timeout is Ken Riley. If he did, the football back.
Well, I think what Coach is thinking is he can come up with a big play with 35 seconds left before half to try to take the momentum back. Also going to halftime with a 10-14.
Short out the football pro boxing is headed your way Friday night, November 15th, 9 fight from Tampa. A blow-by-blow call at 8:30 before from Tampa. But it was clear that the ball was shy of a first down. Gerald Kimball came all the way down to the line of scrimmage at the 21. And so they did, in fact, let the playing area see where the spot would be. Well, a good return might a field goal opportunity. Tyrone Davis is carrying the punt off the leg of that man. Kendall Mabry. And Mabry against an 8-man will hit it from his 10. He just did get it away. Found and gave Florida A&M roll. And be down to the 1-yard line. Darnay Hogan nearly the punt. He scored, has Hogan, off a block this year. That's for your 22-yard effort. And it couldn't have come at a better time for Florida A&M or a worse time for Gerald Kimball. Hogan nearly got this.
James has been a big part of the Rattlers' somewhat successive, and we just came a little turn from blocking that punch. Use some big players from special teams and defense.
You got 25 seconds. Time out if you're a Rattlers. Football and scoring. Big Wally Williams over the football. Brazil, who's been troubled by turnovers today, throwing three. Back perfectly near midfield. He'll be sacked. He's football. He's fallen on, however, by Pat Rett. The second sack today of Brazil. He was leveled by Robert Harris. Number 90, Harris. Shed. Brazil.
You can hear that all the way up here in the booth, Paul.
7 seconds to go. Florida A&M threatening.
Well, I'll tell you, what Coach Riley needs to do now is put on the stall and go into halftime, and let's not make reload and come back in and take the momentum away from Southern.
It's been a very rough pass for Tony Uzel.
Well, you know,
a loss of 13 on that play. He's not the quarterback. Ken Riley has in his arsenal. Senior Green was the week last week over Morgan State. You also have Weldon, a promising sophomore, who started the Morgan State game, and Keith Brown made the trip as well, the sophomore from Gainesville.
No.
They've got college football trial immediately following this game at 6:30 to the UCLA Bruins and Nolan Stanford. Axe in action from the West Coast here on Sunshine. This is a California day today. A bit breezy, somewhat cooler than we're accustomed to in Miami, but not a cloud in the sky. 14-3 Southern. They'll take the lead in the halftime draft. On the draw. Is free and dumps down to the 30-yard line as time expires. Makes the final stop. 25. It will pad his numbers. The true number that counts this one is the 14 posted by Southern University. The scoring opened a 26-yard field goal by Tim Cameron for Florida A&M. The Rattlers led early, 5-3. Nate Harris found Brian Thomas, 12-yard strike. Tossed the ball to Lindsey Scott, halfback option pass for Scott. A 30 toss to a wide open Keith Wood. Harrison with for point. And at half of this 59th annual Austin Classic is let's check in and visit with the just to be very in Gerald Kimball, the head coach of Southern University. Coach, your team is well in the first 2 quarters.
Well, we're actually playing pretty good right now. Keep the pass, listen, make them run the football. We'll be all right. Big play people, and that's what we're making the big plays. If we can play consistent with them and don't give it the big plays, it's pretty good right now.
Your ball club had 2 touchdowns all season, but they look real sharp to prove that too.
The problem has been that we have given up 2 turnovers, 35 turnovers in the last 5 balls. You know, you just can't do that in the Tennessee ball club. You won't turn the ball over as often, and if I stay consistent, you know, we.
All right. Yeah, Coach. This is Paul Kennedy. You have earned 3 turnovers in the first half. Now 18-3. What do you tell the squad in the locker room as you get ready for the final 2 quarters?
Well, continue to play. We don't want to get rid of that. That's just been our Achilles heel throughout the year. You know, we get.
Do you want to keep the game wide open
and play because we throw the ball pretty good, and hopefully we can do something just enough to keep them off balance. If we can continue good pass defense, you know, hey, I feel pretty good about that.
Well, Coach, I will be watching with interest in the second half. I want to get to that locker room.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay,
Coach Gerald kept his squad leading 14-3 at the half, and his marching on the field as well. The marching Jaguars on route. In the scores when we return to Joe Robbie Stadium with our half show in just a moment, live on Sunshine Network. We welcome to Joe Robbie Stadium. The half. Southern University has the loss from the way they have played. They're 14-3. They're training at the half, and the director of outreach for Florida A&M, Walter Reed, stepping in upstairs. We had a visit last night. Good to see you.
It's good to be here. You see so many people at the football game, but the score maybe hopefully we can change the score.
This is a familiar country, Dr. Reed. You may or may not see. You earned his PhD at the University of Miami, not too far from our locale today.
Well, that's right. I have some fond memories of Miami, and I look forward to it here. I think it's a great city in the state of and we hope that we can always come back. And this is a beautiful place to play a football game. It's one of the finest stadiums in America. And we just look forward to our continued relationship with the Miami.
Dr. Reed, Ken Riley was talking about earlier. This is an annual for you, but it's also been added point of emphasis placed upon recruiting in South Florida since Ken came to his alma mater.
Yes, not only I guess if you take a look at the state of Florida, we get students out of Broward County, they need a locale in the Florida, and quite naturally we have about some 10 athletes on our football team. I count baseball, basketball, track, volleyball, and our other sports that we have. So Dade and Broward have been accepted to Florida A&M University, not only from a student view, but from athletic.
And emerging athletes with academics, you do something which I find both admirable and interactive. You also hold things down here when the team band comes to the academics aren't necessarily asked to use this game to those relationships.
Yes, I went to a function yesterday where they had some 1,600 or 2,000 with students that could attend Florida A&M University in 1902, and we had the Strackers there, and we had the president, and there was a whole big cavalcade of people that came in early, and they honored Dr. Foster and brought a barrel of the band. So this is a great area for Florida A&M University, and we hope Miami will continue for the assistant athletes as it has in the past.
Hey, you talk about recruiting players. What's the recruiting band members? With the Marching 100, there were 10 separate high school people here. They had quite a crop to select there for Marching 100 members.
Well, we'll have to tie Dr. Foster down to keep him out of the real private members. I think this year they had some 53 or 150 kids to walk on the trial band. So some of those kids were from the Miami area. And I know that it was a great area for him. You know, traditionally we've had the parade, one of your 30 bands in it, and all of the kids want to be on the Marching 100 and become a football or basketball rattler. And we just want to be here. We just need to go on and town on a successful.
Well, maybe you can do that. Hope you can. It's always good to see you, Doctor.
You too.
Dr. Walter Reed, Director of Athletics at Florida A&M University. Always jovial, but unfortunately, with Royce, and he's 14-3. We will have more from Joe Robbie Stadium here on Sunshine. Hour setting on a magnificent Saturday made for college schools. And the Southern University Marching Band putting on a tremendous show at intermission, trying to live up to their full team. Just put on quite through two quarters, pretty much to the chagrin of this former Florida A&M place kicker Herb. Now the associate director of athletics. Herb, your little mouth here. Team looks a little staff, huh?
That was definitely one of the more impressive halves we've football this year, but hopefully the kid will get them cut out playing the second half. Will come a much better half.
Yeah, for Southern University, their season final here, turning it around, having won only 2 games and upset Florida.
You know, Southern's always got great talent. And they've got a good football team this year. They've lost almost all their ball less than a touchdown. So they've been in all their ball games, but they're putting it together today.
We mentioned Reinhardt used to play for the A&M Rattlers. Let's turn back the pages of time, 1979. Who is that? Yes, Reinhardt, the former Florida A&M kicker. You got to burn those magazines.
Back when I had more hair, so mustache.
We all love it. There not only is this classic here in store, we have 2 quarters remaining.
2 weeks to play Bethune College
in Tampa.
Florida Classic is all the same.
Classic has got to be one of the premier events in college football.
with the success Boone Cookman has been enjoying on the football field. We're hoping that we may have 55,000, 60,000 in stadium for the Thanksgiving Florida Classic this year.
Herb last year was a first for Florida A&M. Seeing throughout all sports. In football, your baseball team in the spring, and NCAA. How do you match that success this year?
Well, Florida A&M's got a long-time tradition of greatness in athletics, and it's all of our athletes. And our coaches have a great deal of this. And our goal is to be competitive and win. When we take the field, whether it be the football field, the basketball court, whatever, the football team, was expected to do much better this year, but they lost some games early, and I think basketball is going to be a great sport for Florida A&M. Our baseball team, we should have an outstanding,
and hopefully an outstanding second half for the Rattlers. Thank you for joining us in a couple of weeks.
And we'd like to thank time for being here.
It's a pleasure. And it's just we'll have the pleasure of watching the marching orders there on the field. And when we return, we're going to enjoy the show in Joe Robbie Stadium. Our score at halftime, and without further ado, let's move on to the field where the marching one are entertaining in Robbie Stadium.
Legit to quit.
Always special. 100. Take to the field. We'll have all the special plays, the highlights from the first two quarters when we return to Miami with more on Sunshine.
John.
We welcome you back to the Florida A&M 100 around the world. Now Joe Robbie 14-3 scores. Hello once again with Alchester. I'm Paul Kennedy. Herb Reinhardt in the mound for the first two quarters. When the Rattlers are going to have to pull this one up.
Rightfully so. The Rattlers not the kind of offense they've produced all year. It just doesn't look like a solid team today.
You're a quarterback. You know that missing 2 games can cause you to be rested. Return to the house. Tony Izell picked off 2 separate times in the first half, and one of 2 freshmen, Johnson, number 41, would take away from him.
Here's Tony dropping back. It's not a very well on football. He doesn't look real today. The back is able to make a play. He picks the same receiver or watches it. If he runs his route, and he's able to make a play on the ball.
That was a great by Wilson. Now his second interception. Over the middle with the right threatening. Near the goal line, Wilson is on the ball beautifully.
Again, Tony's watching the receiver, forces the ball into coverage. The safety man is able to throw the football and come over the interception.
Nate Harrison has been on a the Florida University quarterback, and here touchdown strike.
Mr. Harrison has improved today. He's done a lot of good things. He's executed well, and he stood in the football very well the first half. His numbers were so. You see him dropping. Lays the ball in for the quick post. Wide receiver makes a great catch. And that's a touchdown.
That's the key. Number 8 for 6-1-2 that Woodward. He'd be on the right end of the back option.
Southern versus set this all day. They've been running sweep left, sweep right, and the corner would come back to make the. This receiver was wide open. That came up.
Took advantage of the defense.
Wide open. Take a look at the scene. Southern University 13 downs to only 8 by A&M. Large rushing again in favor of Southern University. Florida A&M only 36 yards on the 235 yards per second. Well, but they've been averaging this year. You see the turnovers. Woohoo! That'll be a highlight.
The staff of Southern should be a real proud they've done the first half. And the team that comes to play Florida usually plays up here. This ball club hasn't scored but 30 touchdowns all season. They come in, they look like a sharp ball club. Fine job and an indication thereof.
Well, we just have a minute or two. Florida A&M 100 out there entertaining. It's set for the snap. Let's enjoy this. Coming off the field. And the Florida A&M Rattlers came along with Southern University Jaguars and into the field for a respective dressing room. Our field today, Army Stadium, as Sunshine is proud to present the 9th annual Spring Classic. We visited with Gerald Kimball. Let's check in with Coach Riley. Ken, Chester, I'm Paul Kennedy. Tough was it not, Coach?
First half, we didn't come out to it. Hasn't called in the first half. So we made some mistakes that really hurt it. The quarterback's a little bit rusty to some minutes. I tried to pull it in an area that was not there, but hopefully we'll get it back the second half.
Coach, Tony's been out for 2 weeks. He looks a little rusty. Do you think we should shorten the pass? Or what kind of is he sore? Is he still hurting?
Not so much as shortening the passing game as it will get him up front. There are times that protection, maximum protection, that guys just bury and really just throw the ball downfield, but you know, right. Not that we are tough throw it downfield. He just not making that decision to do kind of. He's not hurt. He's okay.
And Ken, final question for you. Can this move the pretty effective? Any adjustments that you're going to make as you get
defensively, like I said, we just didn't have any fire on. Now we lost containment of the end, got pinned in, and they got right on sweep. And one just a mistake we made in coverage, and our defensive back guy because he gets in defense. So hopefully, like I said, we'll get it together.
Well, Coach, go get him. You got 2 quarters to go.
Let's go get him, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Ken Ryan, rookie mistake. He said 15 years of National Football League. He said with his son playing on one side of the foot, one corner position, the freshman Riley, and the other Kenyo Taylor, another freshman, it reminded him of his days in Cincinnati playing with Lamar Parrish in tandem for all those years. Personality. His son is calm and like he is. Whereas Lamar Parrish, who was so flamboyant on his side, had a lot of flash to him. That's the first style. You see the first half possessions for Southern University, twice resulting in touchdowns. They were not on the door with that third, and they fumbled, getting ready to score again. For Florida A&M, 3 separate interceptions, 3 for the field goal, and then the gun. Baron Jones stretching out his hands as the ball is sent into his direction by Kenneth Black. And from the 3, close to 10 to 15, holds onto the football when he takes a shot at the 20-yard line. And here we go. In the first half, Harrison owned the yardage totals at 127, and Tony Uzell, you heard Ken Ryan, he's not hurt, but lost it. And he threw those INTs. Opening drive of either half is awfully important. This one especially so for upset-minded subjects. Good position from the 36 market, and a huge hole he's got. Gain 7 out to the 35-yard line. Cedric Jones and Ian Connors, the 2 inside linebackers for A&M, combine on the tackle.
It's Nathaniel Harrison, the quarterback, just deep to the tailback. Little spread draw action there, and he's able to run off tackle. Good movement on that offensive line of scrimmage. He's able to get 4 or 5 yards.
Smooth today, however. We're in this booth at half when Al Chester danced, quickly timed with the 100. You knew everything. I was very impressed. A loose, a fumble. Has it at the bottom of the step. It looks to be Ingram for Florida A&M. The ball came free. And somehow it was taken away from Ingram. After it, it looked as if he had it first. Then Ingram.
I think there was a bad exchange between him and the quarterback.
Another look at the ball. Kind of to Tony Jackson. And Jackson just never got. And squirting out of there. And
big guy got it back.
Marshall Haynes, 2-9, reached in and up the freshman guard. Third down and needing a yard. Full house backfield, tight end. Off to Jackson. Hip, stop. 31 to not earn the first down at the 36.
Paul, that's the kind of issue the Rattlers are going to have to come up with to get him back.
Ian Connors. A big hit to stack up Jackson for gain. 3 downs and out for Southern University.
You better look at it. He got the toss and the power eye, and Ian comes up and make the play. That's a good softball tackle, people. Good movement there.
Nice play by Ian Connors. Kendall Mabry put into it. It bounds at the 38 line. It will be down at the 5. There is Southern Jaguars, who had receptions, also to down the 49 yards with the roll time. We'll return to Joe Robbie in a moment. 14 to 5.
Ideal Christmas gift. Order now to delivery by Christmas. Bigger Boot.
Miss Florida A&M, Deidre Harris with us here. The third quarter. Wonderful halftime show. She's enjoying it. And if the Rattlers come around the scoreboard, trailing 14 to 3, the Florida A&M faithful will reach Tallahassee. Happy.
Paul, I think it's very important that Tony comes and establish himself, get the momentum back, and move this offense.
Yeah, first time in the touching the football, and he ends up in his own backfield. Cornell Hatcher, the junior linebacker, along with Miranda hitting. Salt, or rather, Wallace. On this stop,
the sprint roll to Duffy. Offensive, getting in movement on the ball. Defensive line here. Look at the penalty. Defensive line here. Unable, no place to go. He's got a situation. You got to move that foot.
Cross on the play of Ford. Sprays out. Over the middle it goes. He has a receiver up the feet. And the 41-yard line. Jonathan Jones, fullback. Caught it out of the backfield over the middle. Connors the line. And Hatcher on the tackle. And Azell again paid a price. They are putting the wood.
Oh, yeah, that's a very well executed. Tony stood in and took the lead. But again, Southern's defense is not covering our backs from out of. Here's a different shot there, and see the lick that Tony took twice.
If Azell took himself, you could say that he's Jones thing going on. Play action to Jones. Stiff arming. Azell free. He'll head to the first marker and earn the first down. Across the 45, out to the 48-yard line. From field.
I think Tony
made the tackle out.
Tony's intent stood up, but he got so much penetration on the defensive end that he had to try to scramble outside. Now, rookie quarterback thrown his ball downfield, but Tony was good enough to run for the and get out of bounds.
He rambled for Florida State, remains unbeaten today in Michigan. Leading big in the fourth, and Penn State pounds. Quick pitch to the near side. Caught at the 40. Breaking at the 40. Down 36-yard line. On the catch. Nice grab, too, by Terry Mickens, the sophomore from Tallahassee. And Sean Wallace had him early, and Mickens got you.
Terry Mickens, one of the big receivers, 6'2", and runs about a 4.4, 4.5 40. A quick out route. Tony all out there, and Terry was able to up and make something happen.
Brissett had to come over 2 for 2, throwing the ball in the second half is Ezell.
Mickens have a catch the first half, and he's a big play receiver. He got to get the ball in his hand.
9 for 16 through the air for 89 yards. Bouncing outside. Down, the ball came free, but it rolled down. At the 18-yard line, Jimmy was there. The hitting ferocious. Helping out as well, Matthew Brissett from the second.
Rattlers are coming out with a mixed offense here, running and passing. Little sprint draw action here again, hand the ball off deep. He's able to bounce out. Chuck Duffy is able to bounce out and make up a play out of it.
Here comes the 7th play. Approach 35 yards and 2 snaps for an inspired who rarely did this in the first half, and that is drive on Southern University. Mickens goes in. Harrison. It's caught. Duffy to the 5-yard line.
Again, that's that back out field pass. Duffy tried to improvise and make something happen, and just fell touchdown.
A gain of 12. Garone, the left cornerback, hauls down Chuck Duffy out of the backfield. Ezell stood in there too.
Tony stood in there tight. What happened was in man coverage, and the linebacker has primary coverage on that back out the backfield, and Chuck Duffy can beat any linebacker.
First and goal for Florida. 6-yard line. Duffy will lose 2.
So that red zone is difficult for the Rattlers. Southern tightens up, tightens the defensive ship inside the
Golden, the senior from Natchitoches, Louisiana. He made 11 stops a week ago against Mississippi Valley State. Look at that. Big. Had a solid football game. Has the 6'3", 258. Now the back to the 8. Put back. Well, the bootleg turn. Oh, they have it. Gregory Wynn, the tight end. Touchdown afternoon. For the opening into the second half.
I think this drive has to set the tone. Take a better look at it. Right up under the center. Little waggle action here. Play action pass. The tight end. 1,001 off the line of scrimmage. 1,002. He's wide open in the flat. Tony executes. Stands in there, get him a and he scores. Excellent execution.
Adds the point after, and Florida is back in this football game. As the marching 100 strike up the bat. It is 14-10 Southern in the third.
Live Saturday after the Pac-10 on Time.
Tony Ezell comes home 4 for 4 in the half. Florida A&M on its opening possession for a touchdown. As Hogan with the wind at his back. Good football to Florida. 1st and 10 for Southern University, and now momentum seems to shift toward the green. Important here for Southern University to sustain on offense.
It'll be very important to see Harrison Helms' offense the second half and how tenacious or what kind of pep talk this defense got. Florida A&M defense to serve at halftime.
It was 3 down out for Southern University on their own possession of this second half. Their possession, they took over at the 27, now backed up to the 20-yard line. Harrison turns, fakes, throws, open. Keith Woods, he caught 2 touchdown passes in the half, and added a 15 to the first down. Battle, an orange helmet between the double H's. Out of bounds.
He ran an excellent corner route. You see Harrison dropping back the pass. He takes his time to let the ball right in. Zone defense, nice post corner move. He's open.
I call it started with his 4th gave him 17. McClain for statistician. And breaking through Lindsey Scott. Dino Tech quarterback leads the charge and pursues the way at the football. Gain on the they mark his forward progress. I feel at the 44.5-yard line to the 45.
It's a better look at Scott breaking skirmers there, trying to put a little juke move on the Southern still getting a lot of movement.
Dispatch to the side is Keith Woods along with Cornell Johnson. See your picture. Lots the running back Scott. Play action to Foster. Up it is Keith Tillage. Holding his knee. Is that rolling into pass? Or a catch and a fumble. He took good look from Ian, or make that Eddie Battle. But Ian Connor, the fell on the football. And Tillage hit on his knee. He's down on the field. Another look.
Play action pass. Harrison dropped back and took a big shot. And I think the
back came right on his knee, and then Connor fell off football. It has been ruled touch and a fumble. And as you saw, the second turnover for Florida A&M. And you'll hope that Tillage, the senior from Baton Rouge, is seriously injured. It looked, when we saw it slowed down on the replay, like his right leg had been extended. It was down on the ground when he took the hit.
Harrison drops the ball in.
He went head over heels, and the tempo has been set in the second half by the Florida defense. As Coach Gerald Kimball on to look at his injured player, he is also taking this opportunity to give the official piece of his mind on the fumble call. And his players saying, "Okay, Coach." Head back to the line, and he's talking to himself the entire. Unfortunately, Keith Tillage, they have brought on the and he will have to be carried from the field. Berry Field Sunday evening, Dolphins will face Careers. And we will return on Sunshine to talk about that matchup and preview their Monday morning next week with the Bills. That's this Monday night with Tony and Bob. 7 o'clock on Sunshine. I hate to see that. We will do our best to update your status. We're taking to the dressing room. We'll have that information shortly. Your score, 13-10. Southern University leading, but A&M with that open score in the third quarter. Now with the football back, following the turnovers. Tony Zell, 4-4 in that drop. We'll look to go 5 for 5. Down the far boundary. Incomplete. A pass deflected by Vincent Allen, intended for Tyrone Davis. Had a step on him, and the pass was underthrown.
made a good move on the cornerback, and that ball hung up in a little bit. Tony needed to put a little more zip on it, but supposed to coming up with a big touchdown. Tony straight drop back, little play action there to Chuck Duffy. And the post corner right back, he's got his man. Ball's a little unknown, and the defense is able to break on it.
Tyrone Davis got a catch today. That would have been his pressure. Out of the backfield, and Trumper. Fourth interception for Thatcher. The inside backer. Coordinated. The picks the ball. We're hunting the back out of the backfield, and Azell threw it right. And Ken Rogers, what were you doing?
Well, he's had so much success that they can do the back out of the backfield. And I believe this is a read route on Duffy's part where he goes in or out. He went in, Tony threw it in, and the linebacker was able to come away.
The teams trade turnovers. Southern has the ball back to Rattler territory. Harrison being flushed. Near his three, he skips it up incomplete. The closest receiver was number 9, Michael Green on the far side. The man applying was Sean Brantley for the A&M. And for a big guy at 275, Brantley, the senior, has a lot of foot. He was chasing leader Nate Harrison.
Sean Brantley had eyes on next. He's been the catalyst in the defense all year, and he's going after people. He leads by example. A fine young man.
You say by example, now no one else following his lead in those orange. He's the only guy with orange cleats. He'll follow him to a point. But the orange shoes is where we all draw down the line option. The pitch comes. And John Preston. In the 45 inside, 40 down to the 43. Nice play. James Turnipseed. Linebacker the seat from Hilton, Alabama. Credited on the tackle.
Right, what Mr. Harrison did on that was just run a true option. He stopped and come across and he pitched the ball. He was able to come up with a big play.
I call him James Turnipseed. It's Jacob Turnipseed. I better get that right. He'll come up here. Hitting a quack. I don't know if Alan Foster, the fullback, got there. Cedric Jones, linebacker, is on him. Wayne Key, number 97, the defensive line, hit him first. He is loaded at 60 pounds. Watch again.
Great movement on the football, and at the point of attack, is there to attack. And I don't think he got that first down in inches.
Didn't even mark it, or measure it, rather. It is fourth of the football. A single setback into needing a Preston gets it, is upended. He did not get there. Brantley upended him. Drove the lineman James Kelly back toward the football. What a play by Brantley.
Sean Brantley again, he's been all season. Here's a guy that's firing everybody. Now we stop this ball, 4-1. Watch this movement. He can beat his man to the point of attack, and that's the key. He was able to the point of attack before his man did.
Tremendous defensive effort by a leader. You talked about it, pal. Brent just led by example.
A guy that wants to win. Here's a guy that's setting the tone for the second half. Now the offense has got to put it together. Take advantage of these opportunities, and let's score.
With a foul once again. Tony Azell will avoid the turnovers that have plagued him. Thrown an interception. Cross comes to Duffy. Sweep. He's able to turn the corner, and he got about 8. You run the sweep to the short side. Usually the numbers fade out good, although you're working on the short side of a field.
What normally you try to spread the defense a little bit, but going the short side of the field, you have the defense numbers. And in this particular scheme, things were set up. The Rattlers had a and they came up with a big play. All those
offense, repeat it down.
Oh, so in second and 1, it's 1st and 20. In this case, the holding call came field. Got an 11-yard mark-off on a scrimmage. I'll do it 10. Again, this year, the holding call is stepped off from the spot. So if you're deep, it could be 11. In fact, it was 11. It's 2nd down and 21 to go. With the wide side left and cutting back in. And fighting to the 30-yard line is Duffy, who has been a workhorse in this football game. That is his 6th carry today. He picks up on the we'll get him 4.
It's a toss sweep to Chuck Duffy. He makes excellent moves. Able to turn the ball upfield. You want to go north and south and try to get with it. He shoots 5'11", 185-pound junior halfback out of Mulberry, Florida. So he's almost home also. He's home proud and playing to his way.
Over the middle. This time caught with Robert Thurman. What great speed. He is the guy that Ken Riley says is the slow receiving core because he only runs, get this, a 4.5. Mickens runs a 4.4. Timothy runs a 4.3. Tyrone Davis runs a 4. Lucas runs a 4.3. You can't run a 4.4 fast on this car.
There's a wide receiver screen, and Mr. Thurman makes a catch, and he's able to turn it up and make a big play.
Malik Boyd hit him around the knees. That's a first down. PI midfield. Trailing. Duffy. That could play back to the quarterback. Shut up.
The way it was looking like it may have been a little trickery in that one. I might have been pulling a rabbit out of his head on it.
Charles Johnson, number 93, the defensive end, along with Andrew Bromfield. Before anything could happen, watch the quarterback come out into the flat, and it looked the way Duffy stopped it, like the ball was coming back toward Ezell.
Well, so much penetration on those Southern defensive line. Yeah. It screwed that play up anyway.
DJ, the sophomore. Off this drive again, the 38-yard line. Here comes play number 5. Throwing too high. All the way down. 31-yard line. He had an open Timothy Daniel coming to the football. Is it just me or does Jeff play every snap like he was still dressed out there, boy? I tell you. Anguish is on those sidelines.
Just a little play action, and he then ends up rolling right and scrambling. Now, one of the things you have to do, quarterback, is not get up under that football. If you get it, it's going to fail on you like it just. So consequently, he's got a receiver that's open downfield, and that's one of those passes you have to work on and really concentrate.
After hitting his first 4 passes to open the third quarter, Total hit just one of his last 4, and he wants to see his head coach about the situation, facing 3rd and 9. Return to Joe Robbie Stadium with more of this 5th annual Orange Blossom Classic right after this. As the sun begins to set here in Miami late in the afternoon, with 3:59 to go in the 3rd, and with Big Al. Paul Kennedy, Al Chuck, former Rattler quarterback. Alma Mater to rally here in the 3rd. Sean Wallace prevents dangerous Mickens from earning the off a fall-away completion. Ezell, 6 of 9 in the second half. He's had to make a number of throws on the run or under intense.
All day from the Southern defense. When I get a chance to stand there and football, and he's been all day. I have on that particular play. He made a good job, and was able to come up with the reception. Just get short.
It's a strong tackle way to shift his ball, as if FAMU is going to the punt. Southern immediately calls him out. Heads up on the part of the Jaguars, and for Florida A&M, as soon as you shift, you just about have to snap the ball to prevent the defense from using the timeout.
Exactly, and that was tough. I've seen Coach Riley come out of his bag on a fake punt. It appeared to be a fake punt. I was just doing that to try to draw people off. Guess what?
After Ken Riley, is he saying, go on ahead and run that, just sit there and disregard the way that Southern reacted to it. NBA basketball November is loaded with hoops. The New Jersey Nets are headed toward the practice court to face the Magic on November 16th. We hope you'll join us as well. Our pre-call at 7 as we try to figure out where the Nets uniforms are open at 7:30. They were set, as you see. That's Craig Hall. Back field the snap. Suddenly he shifts.
Now, Paul, one thing that's unique about this is that Craig used to be a quarterback. If they were going to do something, that would have been a time to do it.
Jordan now will punt the ball. Drive punt. Off of Jim Perrin Jackson. Didn't pull. Fake to his right. Left and count the orange jerseys getting off the punt. There were 4 of them. Special coverage.
No place for him to go. It was orange and blue. Great coverage.
A 41 punt and a 3-yard return. May have had a face mask in there too. Edwin Carter, number 16, hand up in there. And a rough half for Nate Harrison after flying in which he completed 16 for 100 to a touchdown. Here's Les Scott working his way out from the 11-yard line, 15-16.
Little lead dive here to Lindsey Scott, and is getting excellent little line of scrimmage. Deep off and falling the back, big fullback. Lindsey's able to come up with 4 or 5 yards. Excellent movement up there.
Wayne Key, another big hit for him. The second half for Florida A&M has been Key's play. Scott dances outside. Great move. He has some times in an open field. It's to midfield. And hold down to Florida. 45-yard line. That's 40 yards. Biggest gainer today as Lindsey breaks it 4-0.
Is Harrison handing the ball up to Lindsey Scott. From the outside, he got a gap on the corner. Turns upfield. He has the speed to break away, but fine run, fine executed.
Look at the blocking right at the point of the attack.
The block on this cornerback on Ken Riley III. Great run by
Alvin Brown, the quick side tackle. The man there. Foster, a quick 1-2-3. And now a flag will fly. Frederick Jones got off the pile. And shoved. Versus Craig Alexander, the offensive lineman, number 60. Outside tackle, and that appears to go against A&M. Right in front of the umpire. Flag was thrown, and there is
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense.
Here again, Paul, the defense has got to maintain composure. You've got to have that leadership out there. You can't get flustered and frustrated because something's going on. We've got to be patient, maintain our cool. There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and everybody's on edge. I think the stress level is high. We come up with a big play, and everybody's full of excitement.
That is the 7th penalty today against Florida A&M, the 2nd in this half. With major against only 4 to Southern University. So while their coach has been feisty and ornery over there, the Jaguars maintain their cool. The counter pull the Rattlers on Foster. He doesn't have a lot of acceleration in the backfield. Almost fortunate each time to get back to the scrimmage if he needs a couple of yards to get the speed.
There's so much body mass. The guy is so big, unreal. And his power, you know, he runs up against people.
He looks like a little bit like Ironhead Hayward, who plays for the New Orleans Saints over Louisiana. Ironhead faster, the former Pitt Panthers. He's in a 2nd and 10, full rest at the FAMU 31-yard line. Nate Harrison on the flanker screen. Cornell Johnson working his way across the middle, and it doesn't go anywhere. Maybe a yard. It is down.
Again, Paul, Southern has set up their offense. They've gone back to trip set and tried to run a little flank in, and it just didn't materialize. That's down. We've got to look at Harrison drops back. He's watching that gap time. Again, this is an effective play against man cover. Riley's kind of wearing a little zone there.
The 11th completion, although it failed to gain a yard, of 18 is Harrison for 186 yards. His 3rd, and now he spins away from guns it. Way down middle of the end zone, a touchdown! Caught for a touchdown by Michael Green. The scramble, Harrison, Green got free. A 31-yard toss into the touchdown by Harrison. Green came loose to the secondary.
I tell you what, Harrison is a great job at a ball off and spotting his receiver free in the end zone. Again, he's the extra point.
Harris had the point after himself, icing on his own. The spot, the kick, just outside the upright. No good. Nearly said just inside the upright. Pushed it to the right side. Nonetheless, Southern University has regained its composure and in the third quarter on this 31 scramble.
Is going to play with Mike Green. Finally got away from his Stevens secondary.
Michael Green, the sophomore from Screen. You see him at the screen, and he got free of the defenders. It was there to go. Necessarily, but to Williams for not reacting. It looked to be man coverage.
It was man coverage, but what happened was that made the whole play go was Nathaniel Harrison was able to scramble, buy a little time, so consequently the defense had a little time, and they were able to take advantage of it. Great catch, pass, good execution.
Play. Drive. Penalty 2 off that 15 personal foul call against Cedric. A 91 or an 89-yard effort by Southern on the march. They began at their own 11-yard line, and it's 2:41 to push the end zone. That play is huge. It came on third down.
Well, Paul, I tell you, in most situations, Harrison would have been sacked, but again, they were able to come and make the big play.
See if David Lucas can one for the Rattlers. Out this try. Out to the 5. Tony has been picked off 4 times. He opened up this half hot when Florida A&M pulled him forward. And just in the sideline to the Rattler huddle. They said 5 plays in the shade under 90 yards. And Green with his touchdown reception today. That is the second pull by Harrison. Inside handoff and daylight for Alonzo Ashwood, the senior from Tampa. The third leading rusher coming into this game. For about 8 yards. And that will be the end of the quarter on nice gain off the right side blocking for Florida A&M. But a touchdown. Long bomb of 1 yard stands big for Southern University, which has built its lead to 20-10.
Call 229-800.
Our senior producer today is I'm Kennedy with Al Chester, the former Florida A&M quarterback. His Rattler trouble as the fourth quarter begins, trailing by 10. They're on 35-yard line. And again, having to belong to Ashwood. Southern University consents that it has Florida A&M on for the second year.
No doubt about it. The Rattlers, right now, they lost momentum. They did something. We had a big play to pull us out this whole game. Southern came with a great offensive game, taking advantage of our defense. They took what they gave us, mixed up in the pro set, and have been successful.
The gain of 6 by Ashwood earned the first down. In motion to the near side, Mickens. Azell has his man. Upfield at the 47-yard line, and Chad Fan went for heels. He got stopped, and it's always the second guy that comes through to really like it. Jimmy Connors, and then Sean.
Chad Fan is a Jacksonville native who very well for the Rattlers. He can catch the ball. He's going after he catches the ball, and you can see his sheer determination. He tries to make something happen.
Gain on the play of 9 will. Near midfield. Mickens dancing outside Duffy. Duffy into Jaguars. Troy breaks the tackle at the 45. And Bulldogs 32-yard line. And there's a touchdown off the side. And short of that, we'll show you that in the down department in the first half, Florida A&M had 8 through 2 quarters and 6 in the third quarter alone. A personal foul is tacked on. That play charges from University.
Personal foul. Defense. First down.
I didn't see it, Al.
I thought some roughing in the secondary. I'm not sure Daniels took a shot from one of the defensive backs.
I don't know that printed transcript of that speech. Well, after the step off, and that's only the part in the second half, so the University has been penalized. The ball is inside the 30. An important fourth quarter unfolds, and Duffy has it to Meckens, trying to come around on the reverse, and he's run down from behind.
Fine defensive to stay with it.
Harris, along with Sean, made that play. Backfire. Wallace followed Meckens, and when he stood around, Wallace stayed right with him.
Got a little toss here to Ashwood, who turns hands off to Mickens. The second 25 from Southern University, who he was able to run Mickens down and make a play in the backfield.
A loss of 3.
Strong safety just demonstrated his skills and feet.
Andrew Bromfield is the star. Number 6, the senior from Baton Rouge, who's had a day. He's being considered. We also have a penalty marker down. Will be a major step off against Florida A&M. Football is going to be way back to the 47-yard line. Timeout on the... We'll pause as well on Sunshine.
To Carlos Huerta. Stay tuned to Sunshine for another Emily Motor Oil Athlete of the Week.
We are setting on Sunshine Network. If you like baseball, you see the box seats in the lower right portion of the screen. That's where home plate in the dock is going to be in the stadium. If you like baseball, the Marlins begin play season after next. You'll be looking from center field toward home. Wait for the show. Okay, call it. They come to Florida. This is a 20-yard mark-off, effectively, the previous line of scrimmage. Florida A&M must penalty. The 17 goes to work and has a man. The ball is caught down close to the 30-yard line. Hauled in by Keith Kelly and Chad Fan.
The tight end. So you can play there with the pump fan and Chad Fan, who can run football after he catches it.
Had only 2 completions into this game all season long for a total of yards, and that's the incompletion for 25 yards.
And can run with the football, and he can catch.
On the play is of 17. Second down, and a steps Giselle, comes into his own man, and now gets it away to avoid foul. There's no receiver in the area where the ball is on the turf, so they'll let it go. Robert Harris, who plays for Southern University, had a Zell in the grass, and Coney was coming over to help out number 92.
This type of pass rush is consistent with what Tony's been seeing all day. Here, I think they were trying to flood an area, and Tony counted it, but he didn't have the time to.
A lamp. Doesn't feel good now.
Not at all. And what concerns me is Tony's bad show as he is.
20-10 for University. Leading. Ken Riley knows he needs to punch it over here with 12 minutes remaining in the game. Fires over the middle and it's for a first down at the 19-yard line. David Lucas on the cross route. Azell lays it in there. Jerry Waters back. It's a first down.
Excellent route by David Lucas. Tony's dropping back here. He's reading the safety, trying to look him off. Right back and hit David in the middle. Good route, good reception.
The 16th completion in 26 tries for Zell, and he gained 16 yards. He's now thrown 200 yards today. This is 4 interceptions. Starting right, cutting back to the Duffy. Chuck put 6 more on the board with A&M.
Mr. Chuck Duffy, outstanding run. He's able to elude himself into the end zone. This is the kind of play that we need. This is what A&M's going to need now to take the momentum to a lot of football. Here's the hand off to Duffy. He flashes in and out and beats his man to the flat. Excellent run by McDuffie.
Duffy now with 99 yards rushing on the that a 19-yard score run. Cameron after. And it's a 20-17 football game. How big is the missed extra points a moment ago? Missed extra pointable.
Says Kittens. Kentucky versus Vanderbilt. Sunday at 2 on Sunshine Network.
The lights are on in Joe Robbie Stadium, and the action is heating up too. Chuck Duffy raced 19 yards into the end zone to tighten this game. And right up the middle of the field, Farron Jackson across the 30 and ahead to the 35-yard line. And Southern, which has led throughout this game, or since the start of the first quarter, has to hold on to the ball. Duffy off the right side.
Doing what a fine running back would do, make you miss him, and then corner the end zone.
9 plays, 5 yards. Match down. Harrison firing 30 to Green for Southern University to build a 10-point lead, and now drumming it. 17. Play action. Harrison, clap, and it's intercepted. William Carroll had it. The intended receiver on the play was Brian.
He had a step on the guy. Carroll was playing center in the right position. Here you got a guy that's leading Division I AA action. He just let that ball slip through his hands. But a shot here. Nate Harrison drops back and throw the ball deep. Sharp on it, but Carroll's playing in good shape. And he should have come up with that interception. That's the play we needed to turn this game around.
Second and 10. Off the counter. Lindsey Scott out across the 40 and keeps his legs. He's 2 yards shy of a first down. He picked up 8. Cedric Jones, head linebacker, and Eddie Battle, the left cornerback, together on the tackle.
All right now, what the defense has to do is come up with a big play. We expect a former recovery. We've got to with a big play so we can get offense back on the field. Southern still got to keep moving on that offensive line of scrimmage. And that can win the game.
Big play here. Third down, a long yard. There you see the numbers on Scott. He'll handle the football. He earns the first down. Shredded tacklers at the line of scrimmage. And way out across the 5 ahead to the 47-yard line. Scott with the tackle hit him first. Cedric Jones, I'll tell you, number 45 in orange is everywhere today for Florida A&M.
Lindsey Scott gets the handoff deep. He just flashes right in. Not to make a big one. Come on with the first down. He's able to pick up 2 or 3 yards.
For Southern University, they'll dispatch 3 to the far side. Some confusion at the line of timeout is called for. First of linemen aligned to either the split side or the tight end side of the field. Right side, and confusion in the huddle. That can happen when they're flopping out of a huddle on every play, depending on what is called.
Exactly. They would line up in a balanced line or something. Big time.
That will leave Southern with 1 timeout. And there is 10:09 boys, so mark that down for him. Remember that. That could be important in a football game that is right now decided, for the difference being but a field goal margin. If you love auto racing, this one, NASCAR, your opportunity to talk to the racers themselves, the drivers, the mechanics, the crew chiefs, all the key players in the world of auto racing. Each and every Thursday, you can do so. This week, an answer from Atlanta or Hampton in the Birds. 11 o'clock, coast to coast. We'll have it for you on Sunday. 2 yards shy of the field. 5-3, Harrison, the quarterback draw. To his right, across the midfield stripe. That ball held out with his right for a moment. Easy to be poked for. And Scramble earns 6. Cedric Jones, another stop.
What he's doing is he's deep. Had 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker, and the middle was wide open. They caught that typical package when they go with the trip to the right and Harrison just taking what they give him.
Scrambled for 15 yards today has Harrison against Ken Riley's defense. 2nd and 4. And momentarily halted. And the band is being asked by Southern University. The Florida A&M band is being requested.
We're playing while the ball is in.
Paul Hawley asking the band to please quiet down. State has won again. Miami and West Virginia just underway. The Orange Bowl. Michigan, a big one. Western. In the first, Florida leading Georgia up Jacksonville. What a day for football in the Southern state. There is no other state in the union like it. Score that we have for you. That is a final as well. The more things change, the more they swing between those two. The Rattler is shaken up. It appears to be Ian Connor. Teams with Cedric Jones. The inside linebacking position. A junior from Kissimmee.
Paul, I think with the injuries, it's an indication that we're physical. There's no doubt about it. The people are getting their money's worth today. This
Ken Riley, Sherney. As you see with the Ian Connor. Looking there. He wears number 44. He gets buckled and rolled off. The pile came to it. A&M with a victory today would be above the 500 mark at 5-4 with Grambling next week. And then the Florida Classic 2 weeks against the Pittsburgh College. For Southern University, which has won but one of the last 4 games, would improve to 3-2 with the victory today before returning to Southwestern Conference action. Games remaining. Jaguars. AFC State, Purdue, and England. And the Bayou Classic and the Superdome conclude their season. It is 3rd and needing in the quarterback. And you're onto something, Al, as Nate Harris saw where the hole was, took 2 steps to his right and dove for the first down.
Paul, he's playing a head today. He himself has handled the Florida A&M defense. He's reading defense well. He's throwing the football. Now, late in the game like this, he's in his own hands.
A 3 there. On this drive, carry twice, and between the 2 carries, 9 yards. Again, back at his 35-yard line, the 6th play approaching. Blue tackles at the line of scrimmage with Sean Preston. We have 4 flying backs in the Jaguar offense today. In addition to Lindsey, Billy Sims, Calvin D, Alden Fife, and Sean Preston. And you tack on Nate Harrison, a scrum quarterback for Gerald Kimball. Good blocking, 2 up.
Look at the movement that Southern from football. Tackling people. We're not hitting people. We got to put some hands to stop them.
5. Here comes with a first down to the 24 line. First down for University with less than 8 minutes to go. In a drive, whose mission to expand the lead. William Carroll on the top 360.
Sean Preston, he looks like he exploded at that backfield just by people. Good size kid, he comes with a big play.
Going on the first down. This is the 9th play on holding for University of this possession. Oscar lumbers off the left side. Hole at the point of attack. Rolled his way to the near side.
Ironhead forward here. What a big run. Look at the big guy. He moves legs. He pumps those legs and balancing might be in trouble.
You say he's 237. He looks a lot heavier than that to me.
I agree. Big man has been eating some donuts.
Probably everything else is that was. Cleaning out the training team. An excellent for Southern University when they needed it. As Florida A&M had pulled with it. No hole on the right. Preston. It's 3rd and long. And for Florida A&M, and this makes 4-down territory, Southern University. But Big Orange pass plays up. Stop Southern right here. Less than 7 minutes to go in the football game.
In Texas football 4 minutes ago, 10 minutes and a half in the quarter. Now they've eaten the clock up inside with our clock zone inside the 25-yard line, and the Rattlers have got a big play, 3rd and long.
Robinson rolling away. Okay, scramble. Taken down after gaining 2. It'll be 4th down. He fought his way to the 21 line. Joby Ingram wrapped him up around.
Paul, as a former quarterback, I can see this kid thinking. I can actually feel what he's doing. I mean, he's taking the ball game. It's in his own hand. Here's what double fake. He thought he was going to go a little bit. He's looking for some ball, so then he decides, I'm going to take this ball. It's smart football. Mistakes inside the red zone. Let's come up with something.
Reasons why they are going in Southern University for the field goal here is 6 points would not mean much.
Those 3 points.
It's well within Harrison's range. He kicked a 45-yarder. But it's 4th and 7. And Southern right in the first down. Traveling Harrison. Firing. Caught. Yeah. First down. 11-yard line. A diving grab for the first down. Michael Grader's caught a touchdown pass. Came back to the football and made the catch in front of a huge play for Harrison.
It's a bad see. Harrison throws it in the what look coverage. And he came up with a Mike Green with a catch. The ball right where it had to be. I think the defensive was waiting for him to come to him. He should have went and attacked the ball.
From this vantage point, and with the replay, that was the catch. Loose ball. Southern has the football back. Nearly disaster after try. And the continues to roll. Harley takes a look at 4:27 to play.
Look what happened here. We got a bad exchange. And the Rattlers fell on the football. It's working. I believe the quarterback, and you heard from Luke Travis. Again, he's thinking. I can feel him thinking. He's in this game. He knows he's been us away from a victory. An upset.
What a march by Southern University. The gap 35. Flags fly. The 14th play, or will be, wow, of a classic march in this Orange Black Classic, which may decide the game.
Well executed march. Well,
procedure. Watch the tackle here. Protect move. Craig Alexander, number 60. There he moved. Of the 13 plays we've seen thus far, 11 have come on the ground. 11 have been played to keep the clock going.
And this is a ball that was minus 29 yards rushing 4 quarters ago, a couple weeks ago. Just unbelievable the turnaround this team has made.
Caught, 7-yard line. Hauling it in, Southern. It's tied in with McLemore. Only 2 complete. Oh, wait, there's a down at the 15-yard line against Southern University. The only completions in this drive had been to McLemore and that fourth down desperate toss by him.
We have a little play action to there and a little pop pass related to tight end. We can't see the holding took place, but apparently.
Replace it down.
Can't tell where that holding came from.
I didn't see it. And either you can believe it's the Gerald Kimball.
He's upset about it. You can tell holding Paul on pass plays, but I can't see.
Rolling Harrison. The line is 27, incomplete. Again looking for McLemore. Eddie and Cedric Jones defending.
A well-executed play. Nathaniel Harrison getting breaking contain. He's been contained on the Rattler defense all day.
Southern University now facing 3rd and 7 as McLemore comes
and passed a little behind the receiver.
Southern Canner in the first inside the 1-yard line. That ball really hurt. Harrison. Gun. A diving. Did not make the catch. And Thomas at the 16-yard line. It was close. Kent was second. Number in your program. Number 1 in his stats. Was it his 4th time?
We got Harrison dropping back to again. Screwed up him. He's buying some time, which makes it difficult for the secondary. The pressure's for the secondary. Comes up a little short. So the second on the.
Here comes down a second time. Again. The Jaguars are going for it on 4th and 27 up to 20. Incomplete. Very nearly caught. There defensively was Joe Taylor to deflect the ball intended for keeping. And livid, Gerald Kimball.
There's a deep call. Breaks on the ball. Almost intercepted it. Guess so Timber won a little interception.
More from Miami in just a moment.
552 Grove or visit Andy First Union Bank. And obviously, the sooner.
A 16 charge by Southern University that zoomed 8 minutes and 29 seconds on clock comes up and out of frustration, Southern University shove a Rattler. See the ball deflected away. Shoves Keith Taylor, and he's hit with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that pushes it out to the 42. 42 down 3, just 3 minutes to go. Uzel upfield to his tight end, Thomas McLemore. McLemore gains 7, free. Rattlers have 2 timeouts remaining. The clock runs, 2:55 counting.
Rattler from full offense. They've got to. We can't make any mistakes. We've got to read and carry.
Wide open at the 30-yard line. And Sheldon out of bounds. Is James Thurman first down. Hugh Dorsett shoved him into the side. Remember the holding that was flagged against Southern University. It is set up 1st and goal. A 20-yard gain that turned this entire 4th quarter around. And a team in Florida A&M which hasn't listened the first field goal penalty. Now, the win. Has put Florida A&M playing the Copeland 31 yards on Israel.
Tim just ran a basic fade route. That repeat outran the play. Outran the back. Well, it made turn up. It made a big.
Penalty marker down at the 5-yard line. See what this is.
Touchdown. First nice celebration in the end zone. You're on the
That's important because 15 yards will be stepped on. And Southern University, which will likely trail 24-10, will need to score a touchdown. We'll get the ball close to mid. A 31-yard strike to the Bell second down pass today. Extra point. Azell in the quarter. Tim Daniels. The A&M has found a way to search front. At this moment.
Tony dropping back. Again, he runs the cornerback. Caught in man coverage. He stopped and make a great game-saving catch, and he falls in zone. Good vertical ability demonstrated there by Tim Daniels.
Bill experience. Catch.
We welcome you back to the Orange Classic. The Classic finish. 36 to go. Tony firing 31 yards to Daniels for the go-ahead score. Rattlers.
The offense had gone into a no-huddle type and caught some defense in man. But Tim Daniels with 4-3 speed. One can stop him.
That set up by Daniels. Earned a 15-yard unsports conduct. And Riley's team will be off from its 20-yard line. And Gerald Kimball, the head coach of Southern University, whose team has dominated this game for most of the afternoon, try and put 6 up. An up man fields the ball. Long ball. The Rattlers have the ball. Well on it at the 48-yard. Florida A&M has it. Who's at the bottom of the stack? It's Greg Bethune, a Miami native, who picked the biggest fumble for the day. Here, Mom, how about that? The low line drive pick by Tim Cameron ricocheted off of an up man for Southern University. And it'll be heartbreaking for Southern University. I think the guy there in Widow, number 4, who lost the ball.
Didn't it go, Paul? I tell you what, they were fighting over the football. They didn't know what to do. Somebody tried to follow. The other guy was trying to run with it, and consequently the Rattlers came up with the football.
If Thibodeau had simply fought the ball at midfield, Southern University would have but 50 yards to cover 2.5 minutes. Number 40, trying to pick it up. His teammate 20, Curtis came over trying to help out. He knocked it even further upfield. And the Rattlers have the ball. And more likely the football game, as University has but one timeout.
I think was significant. There wasn't a real good kick on the kickoff. It was backfire for the Rattlers. They had the Southern Jaguars recover the football. They did good position to drive with 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Had running room in front of it. Brought it back to perhaps the 40. And you have to feel for Gerald Kimball. Azell in the second half was brilliant. What a turn for him and his club, which trailed 14-3 at intermission and 8-10 into the third. They have outscored Southern 14-0 in the fourth quarter. Now trying to kill the Ashwood. Lost the 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Wallace for the Jaguars lays injured.
You can see the frustration on Coach Kimball's face because they were so close to upset here today. Well, Paul, his ball club doesn't look like the ball club that only had 13 touchdowns this season. They've filled this stadium with a lot of excitement. They pitch and catch. They got a leader in the young quarterback, Nathaniel Harrison, and I think they're going to finish up. The Rattlers, on the other hand, have been plagued by mistakes. A couple of things together, you can't win a football game. What has happened here today, we got off to a start and sort of been a little unfortunate. Been able to take advantage of the situation.
Ben Riley expressed how important it was to come down into the system and play well. You see all the players from the Miami Metro here, including the man who fell to his ball, Greg Bethune. That list. for third freshman at Miami High School. But keep that for
He's got to be excited. All these Florida ought to be. It's an annual event, and I'm sure it was a great pleasure to come from a home crowd.
It's the timeout. Southern University with 2:19 to go. Are you going to use it after play and hope that Florida A&M pick up the first down, or are you going to wait another play and let Ken Rattlers take another? Somewhere along the line, you're going to have to watch Riley Company burn 30 to 40 seconds off the clock. At best, you keep the football with about a minute remaining. If everything works perfectly from Southern.
What I think they'll probably have to let the 2 minutes quickly. I won't call a timeout after this play, but for some reason, 2 minute clock stop. 2 minute warning to stop this after 19 seconds here. What you probably want to do is save it for that offensive team. You can.
Azell, the quarterback, goes the flat. Ashwood, the tailback. Rolling his going to throw. What a gamble this was. Nice pass. Jones flying downfield to the 10-yard line. Throwing, trying to kill the clock. Jones was open. So 2 to go. That'll probably do it. Razzle from conservative Island.
Pretty long. The Southern Officers had trouble bring the back coming out of the field. Here again, he's wild. You know, I'm surprised he doesn't touchdown. And has had balloon burst, and here you get a good shot at the kid all the field.
See, he nearly dropped it. Had he dropped it, the clock stopped. Exactly. And then that time was bent enough. It pulled him back into the Ashwood. Inside the 50-yard line. I mean, Jones coming out of class, and he dropped that ball. Kimball would have had a shot. 145 and counting.
Now what Tony's telling his players in the huddle is telling the back to hold on to the football, get leverage on the end. Do all the right first. It's about trying to score a touchdown. We got to run this ball and hold on to it.
90 seconds play. The clock running. Ashton to the 11. There, Southern will take its final timeout with 1:16. The gamble piling. Azell throwing on 2nd-11 to Jones. Jones nearly off the ball. Had he dropped it, I don't know. Boy, this game has been so close.
People in the area here at the and the fans watching on television have an outstanding football game today.
The holding when it looked at Southern was to put the game away. 20 of 30 for Azell. And with the 20th. Watch this. You see him coming out of the backfield.
Good pass, Tony. Got to look all in. I think he was so excited, Paul, being able to come up with the receipt. He forgot the whole thing.
He allowed it, and that's all that matters.
Jonathan Jones.
Southern is exhausted on timeout. Dive inside. That was a touchdown.
Ashwood's got to be careful now. We don't need Ashwood. But here's a senior playing his last. On to Ashwood. Got to be
cover up that football. You saw the left arm come free. And the clock with 50 seconds and counting. Florida A&M will surpass the 500. They'll now stand at 5-4. Southern will have its 3rd game in a row. Its 5th loss in 6 hours. And as in the 90s, Florida A&M sailed to a sound streak at the end. Now with games left, Florida A&M can finish very strongly. Scrambling and Bethune-Cookman left.
The Rattlers finishing 7-4 would be a sweep, of course, because we thought it was better than that. But the victory here today would definitely get the edge and going into the 2 games, finishing the season up strong.
Jeff McCain has been marked with the numbers today. You see his name there. Michelle Jinks. Expert spotter, too. Here. More than likely the final play of the afternoon. Glasswood to the 11-yard line. Well, session change. The clock temporarily halted 20 seconds to go. And here's Harrison. You know it's coming. They're deep. Down 24th. Stranger things have happened in college football. But step 88 yards away. No doubt 29 seconds ago. The word miracle fly. And it will be 5 yards first down.
Good luck. Delay. Offense.
Inside the 10, a line of scrimmage to start. Lost like this are tough to take.
You got to feel bad for Coach Campbell, who's ball quarterback all day. Well, he's got his secondary playing center.
He'll from his own end zone against the 4-man rush. Caught upfield, 22 yards. And by Cornell Johnson. The Jaguars are up to the scrimmage. 17-16, 50 seconds to go. He can get clock. On the stop play here. That's the first down. Johnson can the ball to kill the clock and not be associated with grounding call. The clock runs again. Caught, but it's out of bounds. At the 28 line. And that'll do it. The ball is rolling. Florida A&M won't down by 11 at the 14-3. By 10 as the fourth quarter began. Puts it up. With 14 answered in the final today. In this 59th annual Orange Blossom League. 1:20. Florida A&M over Southern University. Gerald Kimball. And I promise you what he's arguing is holding call. The third in the fourth quarter, a holding call on a quick pop pass that turned this game entirely down. Turn to wrap it up, perhaps with Ken Riley. When we were coming right after that.
Three-7, 3-6. Operators are standing by.
1959th annual Orange Blossom Classic is history, but it will best remember the turnaround that Florida A&M enjoyed in the second half. And the head coach of the Ken Riley joins us now. Coach, you said you made some adjustments. The biggest adjustment seemed to be the play of Uzell. He was in the second half, 13 of 16 for 107 yards.
We went in at halftime, and I told Tom, you are a little bit rusty. You're trying to rush things, and we need a second half performance out of you. Don't try to press it. Do what the offense calls, and that's exactly what he did. He's a heck of a competitor. He's been in this situation before. He was a little rough, so he's been out for 2 weeks. So we were happy he was able to run. Our offense did a good job. The note Florida at the end was very, very good, and that was the ball game.
He completed 20 passes. Tony, the 20th one was rushing. It came on second down and 11. You gambled when look at Southern University had but one timeout. Jonathan in the flat catches it. What a play that.
Well, Phil, the Wagner pass was open. When we needed another first down to keep us going, we thought that was really just on the kick. And I told it's really not a big gamble because if it's not there, he's going to make sure he doesn't throw it in seven. So it worked out well for us, and we were happy.
Coach, One of the things that your team was able to take advantage of was they could not cover the backfield. Your back was open all day. I consider that being did you see that in the week?
We saw that during the week. They put a college 4-3 defense. They don't want to bring in an extra defensive back, so we felt that we thought with the receivers coming inside, starting to play tight end of the half, it to be open. It was open pretty much all night.
I'll tell you, you guys did a good in taking advantage of what the defense gives you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next week, Eddie Robinson and Grambling. They don't get...
Well, but we're just happy that a lot of our troops are healthy right now. We feel that we can play with the people in our conference.
Congratulations, Ken, once again. And for the 7th straight year, Florida A&M has won here in Miami. A winning touchdown came from Tony hot in the second half. 30 yards to Tim Daniels. The Orange and Green had won on the green grass of Bobby Stadium.
Catch it.
The game, you over. The prize, a championship crown. The teams, the best of the SEC and the MEAC. The Alamo Heritage Bowl is in the Joe Robbie Stadium December 1st to decide the best. It's the stuff dreams of. You'll find a galaxy of arts and party action from dances to concerts, beach festivals to step shows. The very best in championship ball. Call 305-884-6872 or go to Ticketmaster. The Alamo Heritage Bowl.
Well, Joe Robbie Stadium wrapped emptying, but fans who were here, more than 20,000 of them, saw an excellent football game. This 59th annual matchup will be the Classic at the Orange Classic, and losses like this are tough to take. Gerald Kimball and his squad on the field moments ago, offering a prayer of thanks, blessing, but still disappointed that they did not win. Walks off, the taste of defeat stinging. And his team played so very well. This is a team that had won games all year long. And we thought we were going to win this football game the way they were leading going fourth quarter.
It's unbelievable. They only scored 13 touchdowns season. They came in with an excellent game plan and executed very well. Just fell short. A couple mistakes here and there.
There were two 31-yard touchdown strikes in the second half that all remember how long. The scramble of Nate Harrison around and find a receiver for a score. Nate Harrison played football all day today. He was a head back. His head was down. He concentrated. He made big. He didn't get the scramble. He was running around. Michael Green, who caught now,
fell 31 yards to Timmy 6.
Tim Daniels caught his guys in the man coverage, and Tony threw the ball up. Him came down with
I don't know if you play the lottery or not. I'm going to buy a ticket. 31 is going to buy numbers with all of this. For both teams, a bitter loss for guys from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in Southern University. But momentum and a confidence builder when you have to go to Grambling, Louisiana, and used to like to happen to the Tigers.
There's a lot of tradition. It's going to be fun in the Grambling with a victory. This game, Tony Uzell needed the game. They have the momentum. I think it's going to be a good game.
And we kept positions busy today with these offenses. Let's take a look at the numbers in the four quarters today. In terms of total yards, teams scored 400 yards. Over Florida is holding himself 4 separate interceptions. He shrugged it off. And that second turnover killed Southern University. The fumble kickoff at midfield. Nate Harrison, scramble we mentioned a moment ago. Watch him running all over the place for like the 31 yards. I think it demonstrated he can be an outstanding super athlete, fine quarterback. With a big play. I think the Rattlers showed a lot of class and fans. Tony stayed all the way through 4 INTs. And the clutch and came up with the big. You're always cool, Al. It's great to see you again. For a great job. Hey, I enjoyed it, and let's do it again real soon. Al Chester with us, the 100 continuing. Al Chester in the play. Still the foot. Number 2 in your program, number 1 in your heart. With $1 million here. And the Miami Dolphins will the Patriots. Stadium tomorrow night. We'll talk about that game. Monday evening, they play on Monday. We'll talk about the game Monday. Page along with Bobby. He'll join us then. And then to our much of we will broadcast this game to you. 76ers, our pregame show at 7. And our tip-off at 7:30. And now for our from Hastings and Al Chester, Paul Kennedy. A classic for a 24-20. This one by Florida A&M.
This is Butcher, the running back for Grambling. You can see, once again, the Rattler defense swarming to the football. This is a 47-yard field goal. Gilad Landau out of Israel, coach. And the